Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Mins. Hi, Shin. You like that title, Mins? It kind of works with the game I'm playing. It kind of works with the game I'm playing. It works really well.
That light, I think it's trying to show me something.
But yeah, how you guys doing? How's it going? How's it going? I hope you're feeling better, Mins.
I don't think I'm dreaming here. Where am I?
Ah, it's me, Shin. Hi. Hi. No, don't lose it right now. You're buttering me up. You're buttering me up. Stop it. Stop it. You're feeling meh? Oh, I'm sorry, Mint. I hope everything gets better. Thank you for the head pat, Shin. You're so sweet. You have to turn on some stuff. Let me turn on some. Like, there's like 200 stuff. So scuffy, so scuffy. Hope you guys are. I'm having a pretty good day. I had an interview today, and I hope it worked out really well. Fingers crossed. Pray for me. Pray for me that everything's gonna be just fine, and I'm gonna get the job because I sure as hell need it. Thank you. Oh, Senna! 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 Hi, waifu! Hi! I'm doing good. How are you doing? I'm glad you're doing great. I know, like, you've been pretty busy. Why would you eat something bad today on purpose? Why would you do that? Why? 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 Why would you do that? Ah, Senna, Senna. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. You thought you were the main character, but you're not. I get it, I get it, I get it. Let's go. Let's start the game. Is it something that has to do with milk? Are you lactose intolerant? Are you lactose intolerant? I'll be lurking. Why did I play this song twice? I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Now, if this game could only show up. Hey, why isn't my @lurk working? Steam elements, be good. Let's go. Let's continue. Oh, Senna, this is I fucked up with this load. Yeah, they are hot. They are hot. They are all very much hotties. Let me show you my husbando. I'm talking about like hot. I'm talking about hotties right here. This is my husbando. Oh baby. Oh baby. But yeah, they're all pretty hot. They're all pretty hot. We're why is it we're right now let me go back to load. Oh no, we're right in Kagura's sequel. So that's why we're so there's a main story, and then there's a sequel, and then there's a date scenario. So right now we're in the sequel scenario, which I think we should be married by now. Though it had been a few months since we visited the harbor, it was still as vibrant as ever, but compared to the mainland, it's quite quaint. It's been a long time since we stepped foot on this harbor. Yes, it has. I wonder what will be everyone's reaction when we tell them that we were married on the mainland. I wonder. I've become busy at work, so this news is coming pretty late. It was on sale. It was on sale. Wait until it's on sale, because I got it for like $7 on sale. It's a really good game. There's actually 2 versions of it. There's actually this one, and there's a second version with completely different guys, but I haven't played the second version yet, so. 2 months have passed since Kagura and I became a high-ranking government official. We finally got a break in to inform everybody about our wedding. We returned by boat to the island that held so many memories for us. Since we came all this way, before going to the end, why don't we check out the entertainment district to see how things are? Okay, Kagura-san. Though it was the middle of the day in Yoshiwara, the town was bustling with people. It must be because that. What beautiful cherry blossoms. The fully bloomed cherry blossoms fluttered in the wind. This produced a dreamlike scene that was slightly different from Yoshiwara's appearance at night. Wow. I thought that the cherry blossom season was over on the mainland. But on this island is exactly when the cherry blossoms are at their peak. Kagura-san also looked at the large cherry tree. He was deeply moved by the beautiful foliage. While we both took the step back to the cherry blossom for a while. Kagura-san and Amana-san too. Kagura! Hey baby, we missed you! Kagura-san appeared on the path ahead of us and was running towards us. Oh, what a cutie! Well, if it isn't Kagura. It's truly been a long time. When did you come back here? We got off the harbor not too long ago. We had a wedding ceremony on the mainland, so we came here to inform everyone. You two had a wedding ceremony? Congratulations. Kagura-san took the parcel from his back and lowered his head in a bow. Now Stream Elements wants to work. Okay, baby, let's go. From the way you look, could you be on your way back from training? Yes, singing in shamans and practice. Made my debut and now I'm a gentleman of the night. I see you become a fine gentleman. On a closer inspection, Kagura-san appeared to have more adult-like features than before. And I haven't slacked off with my studies either, because I want to catch up with you as soon as possible, Kagura-san. I guess that means I have to stay on my toes then. Kagura-san expressed appreciation for Kagura-san with the eyes of an elder brother. I plan to make an appearance at Kikuyu again tonight. Well then I'll be sure to inform everyone. Alright, I'll be going to the shop then. Kagura-san put the parcel back on his back and went back to... That's a lot of backs. A lot of backs, back shots, lots of backs. And went back to Kiria. Shall we head to the inn soon? That's fine, but if you're not tired from a long trip, why don't we enjoy the cherry blossoms a little more? Sure, the cherry blossoms are really beautiful, and so we decided to take in the sight of the town of Yoshiwara where the flowers fluttered. We walked along the spring entertainment district while closely nestled up to each other. Perhaps because of the season, street stalls and stores were lined up to the side of the road. And now the sky is clear. Today's the most perfect day to view the cherry blossoms. It really is. I almost hit the shoulder of another cherry blossom viewer as they passed by, and Amana, you stay close to me. Kagura-san. I will. Kagura-san naturally extended his hand out to my waist and softly held my body close to him. Thank you very much. My heartbeat started to race. Oh, he's my husband though. Oh, that's so cute. When I looked up at his face, there was Kagura-san's terrifyingly well put together face. Terrifyingly? I guess it's an interesting way of describing his face. Behind him, numerous petals were fluttering in the wind. So beautiful. This flurry of faint pink cherry blossom petals looked spectacular against his luscious black hair. But I admired his beauty much more than the flowers. What happened? You've been pretty quiet since earlier. There's no way I can tell him that I was admiring him. It just felt sort of strange. This place is supposed to be a night city, but the sky is so beautiful and refreshing. I like this much more than the night, though. Oh, really? Just then the wind lifted my hair. Kagura-san petted my hair that had been blown by the wind. Being under the day sky really is better than the night. Because more than anything, I can see your face well. Oh, baby. Raising me up, raising me up. His supreme smile was distracted only by me. Kagura-san. His fingertips tickled as it gazed against my cheek. Chasing the fluttering flower petals, I then moved my gaze from Kagura-san. Flutter, flutter. The cherry blossoms flowing down like snow. And he suddenly wrapped his hands around my cheek. Don't look away from me. I want you to continue looking at me with those beautiful eyes of yours. Kagura-san. Flutter. The coal of the pink scattered through the air and onto my lips. Kagura-san laid his lips on mine. He was kissing the flower petal. Ah! No, I didn't. That's not what that ah sounded like. It was more like an ah. It was a light peck of a kiss. Time came to the standstill. In a moment after I thought his lips departed from mine. Oh no, there are so many people here. Put my fingers over my heated lips. Sorry. I couldn't hold back my feelings to touch you. Oh my god. Kagura-san. His clear eyes were staring at me. This is Yoshiwara. I don't think that there is anyone else who minds. I was stunned while in the state Kagura-san held my hand. Why don't we take a look at the shops along the road? Oh, okay. I replied in a high-pitched voice. Oh, okay. That was enough to make me give all my effort. Had the entertainment district that I was supposed to have known changed while we were away? That shop, I've never seen it before. Why don't we go inside? When we went inside the shop, many precious small items were arranged tightly next to each other. What is this? I took a brooch with a finely crafted glasswork into my hand. Seems like they carry Western items. This is an Art Nouveau piece. It's certainly trending the West. Art Nouveau? Would you like to try it on? Okay, I'll put it on you. Yes. Kagura-san took the brooch from my hand and he pinned it to my chest in his nimble fingers. You should have to take a look at yourself in the mirror there. Stood in front of the mirror and checked my chest. Yeah, I'm checking out my chest, baby. The delicate flower patterns worked on silver on the deep ocean blue glass shined brightly. It's fantastic. Just as I thought, it looks great on you. Kagura-san placed his hand on my shoulder and loosened the expression on his face. This is the first time I've seen an ornament with a design like this. Is it this Art Nouveau that you mentioned before? The new art style characterized by flower-like organic curves like the ones on the brooch. I hear there's many skilled producers of these glassworks. I didn't know. I would sometimes see imported items at my job as a shipping agent, but all I can do was think it was just so beautiful. Ornaments tell many stories, don't they? I place my hand on my chest and look at the brooch reflecting in the mirror. Strange. When I was Kagura-san, the things that always seemed the same to me all appear different. Do you like it? Kagura-san raised his hand to call the owner of the store. Well, let's take this brooch. Yes, thank you. Huh? Are you sure? It's fine. Thank you so much. I'll always treasure it. Present from Kagura-san. My heart naturally leaped for joy. When we left the shop, the western sky was starting to turn a rosy hue. The cherry blossom petals fluttered in the burning sky. When did the time go? It's already sunset. The town's atmosphere has changed, hasn't it? So the town transformed into a city of pleasure. Amana, let's go to Inari's shrine. The shrine? The cherry tree should have blossomed there too. I want to quietly watch the cherry blossoms with you a little more. His sweet smile appeared on his face. Amana. Is he inviting me? His all too beautiful outline was allured by the light shining behind him. Something hot became to course through my body. Night fell around the time that we arrived at the deserted shrine grounds. Illuminated by the moonlight, cherry blossom petals floated in the evening sky. It really is best to slowly watch the cherry blossoms like this. With his arms crossed, Kagura-san watched the pink petals scattered in this night sky. The light-colored cherry blossom petals and the dark hues of the distant night sky. The sight of Kagura-san standing in this unreal space, as I stared at him hypnotically. What happened? Am I the only thing that you've been looking at today? Kagura-san's thick lips curved into a smile. I'm not reading thin lips. I don't want no thin lips. I want thick lips. I want thickums. Dummy thick lips. My feelings were bubbling up inside my chest. How could I quite produce this pounding in my chest? I could hear the rushing of the wind as it shook the trees. The sighing wind scattered the cherry blossoms and surrounded the area, a flurry of petals. Then Kagura-san's face approached me. Amana. Our lips softly laid on each other's. One by one, our fingers intertwined and we tasted a soft kiss. Our kiss became even more intense, and in response, my heart felt like it would be saturated with a feeling of euphoria. Kagura-san. In the brief moments that I thought he had finally released my lips, he joined my hands to the wall of the shrine. Our bodies were perfectly locked into each other. Amana, today I am spellbound. Spellbound by a pretty girl surrounded in this flurry of cherry blossom petals. Deep with Kagura-san's eyes, a blue flame flickered. Hello, B.O. Hi! Oh my god, you came just in time! Look at that! Just in time to see Kagura-san make out with me. Love to see it. Love to see it. And he planted a kiss on me once again. I became absorbed in that comfort. When I did that, Kagura-san's hand that had held me down moved from my waist to my shoulders and then to my chest, and when the brooch shined. Then one by one, he unbuttoned the buttons of my blouse. No, not in a place like this. Oh my god, how did my title correspond with the name of what happened in this event? How did the title of my stream work like this? I don't understand. Yes, Senna has been like, I want this game. The title of my stream is called Senpai, please not here. And then she's all like, please not here. It just happened to work out. Just the way the game wanted it to be. His dark brown eyes were eaten away by the heat. His fingers traced my thigh from above my skirt. Tickled my sensitive regions as the base of my legs. Amana. Tonight I have somehow become spellbound by the spirit of the flowers. Will you laugh off my behavior? Who could ever refuse a plead of a voice as alluring as this? Yes, Kagura-san. Taking my response as a sigh, he gently caressed it into something that took it intensely. Amana. The always calm Kagura-san wanted me in like crazy. My heart's going doki doki, that's right. My body, my everything. I was totally in the mercy of his sweet fingers. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. She didn't say fuck, but it looks like she's about to say fuck. My beloved. From our deep intercourse, I let my body handle the rest. What? Only the beautiful fluttering cherry blossoms were watching us in the soft silence. I'm so mad. Because my likability changed. My body is telling me yes. It was telling me yes. I'm so mad. I lost all of my likability. Oh no! No, 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 no. Yeah, I know the pain. I know the pain. Date, my sweet. You've been very busy in the preparations of opening Guillaumon's private school. Yes, that's right. Thanks to that, every day is a productive day for me. I didn't expect that the knowledge I'd been studying would be helpful for people. A few months ago, I would have never imagined this would happen. That's right. It's been 3 months since Kagura-san was recruited by Guimon to be the headmaster of his private school. Because Guimon paid for Kagura-san's freedom, we were able to freely spend time together outside of the red light district. But I'm sorry, Amana. As he walked next to me, Kagura-san's face became clouded with worry. Though I'm busy, the preparations for our wedding hasn't been going very smoothly. I'm fine. We can hold our wedding after the private school opens. And the most important thing for me was that Kagura-san was able to actively head towards his dreams. Amana, you're too kind to me. I don't think so. I'm happy if it could be just next to you. When I hear your honest words, it makes me feel relieved. His beautiful face became rosy. His eyes were clear lakes, but they had a passionate tone to them. When I met him for the first time, I thought he was a quiet person. But I didn't know a dream could make someone smile like that. It warmed my heart. I feel disappointed to be in the market now. Why? If we weren't in front of these people, I would have hugged you by now. That's what I thought. Kagura-san. I was happy to hear his honest feelings. It was almost made me feel embarrassed. I quickly looked away from him and averted my eyes from him. The modesty of yours also makes me attracted to you. Kagura-san stretched out his slender fingers towards me, and once he brushed my bangs away from my forehead. He lightly kissed my exposed forehead. But there are so many people here. Something like this is fine to do here. He chuckled and smiled at me. Since he made such a happy face, I couldn't say anything. Well, I struggled to find something to say. Kagura-san remembered something and lifted his head. We came here today to choose textbooks to use in our private school. I simply forgot since I was enjoying my walk around town with you. Yes, that's right. We didn't really come here for pleasure. The bookstore we headed away from Gimo-san should be around here. 1 block from the main street, we found the bookstore that we were searching for. The bookstore looked very old and long established. Looks like this is the place. When we entered the store, there was an old female shopkeeper in the back. Hello? Hello. Oh, what a rare sight. Since it's not Yoshiwara, we don't get many young couples around here. We came here after talking to Gimo-san. Ah, yes. He must be the new teacher from his private school. Pardon my rudeness. The books he ordered on the shelf there. Feel free to take a look at them. Okay, we will. We went in front of the shelf in the back of the store and started choosing the books. A little while after that, we went just about finishing closing the books. Ah, this book here, what do you think about it, Kagura-san? I handed the book to Kagura-san. Since it was written in a foreign text, I couldn't read it. From the drawings of the book, I could tell it was explaining the customs and climate of some places. I see. This could be good from the perspective of knowing the world. What kind of things are written in it? Well, for example, this is about a festival called Thanksgiving. This occurred on a foreign island. Thanksgiving! Damn. Are there any other festivals in this foreign land? Their festivals are pretty different from the ones in our country, but it seems that their meaning are strongly influenced by the religious of immigrants. As soon as he looked at the book, Kagura-san politely taught me about what I was interested in. There are so many customs. If you're interested in it, you can also come to the private school, Amana. Well, if it's you, maybe it's better that I teach you individually. Ooh. Do you think so? If it's a private school, then I guess the classes will be difficult for me, right? No, it's not like that. I can't favor you over the other students. If you were there, Amana, I might look at you all the time. Kagura-san looked ashamed and smiled. Then he collected the books that we selected. Well, I think this will be all for the bookstore. Let's head to the next one. Yes, Kagura-san. Favor, huh? He thinks I'm special. Not realizing I was falling behind Kagura-san with a light bounce in my step. And after we left the bookstore, we went around a few more private schools, and finally we borrowed some books from Gimo-san. And the two of us headed to my house. Was that okay that I came inside your room? Oh yeah. Yes, my mom won't be back until night. Oh yeah. Not hanging out in my room and my mom's not gonna be out till nighttime. Let's go. Let's go. The perfect scenario. Let's go. Kagura-san looked around the inside of my room and smiled. By the way, this is the first time I've come to your room. What is this? Kagura-san stopped at a photo frame on the shelf. Sleepover party, let's go! This is a picture that was taken at a photo studio during the Sichongon festival. How cute! Kagura compared the picture with me and then put his hand over my cheek. Sleepover with no sleep happening whatsoever. Just good times all around. Looking at this, you must have some of your childhood looks. His strong eyes that were filled with brightness and stared at me. I like his eyes. When he stares at me in such close distance for a long time, I feel a little embarrassed. Ah. You had a gentle feature since you were a child. Looks like you've always had those eyes that I like. Do you think so? Yes. I like your innocent, childlike smile too, but I prefer the feminine smile you have now. I guess you can't even compare the two. But after he whispered to me with an expressive expression, Oi! Oi! Oi, Twisted! Kagura-san piled the books that he had held in his hands and sat back in front of the table. I also sat down in the same desk facing him. Though I know this room well, knowing that I was alone with the person I loved made my heartbeat increase its speed. Ooh! It's going well, Twisted. Kagura-san calmly looked at the books from the beginning to the end. His eyes were slightly turned down. What long eyelashes. Even now and then when he would blink, those long eyelashes left a faint shadow on his cheek. What a beautiful person. I couldn't help but stare at him. What happened? You've been staring at me for a while now. Is it because you find it boring to do these kind of things with me? No, you're just so captivating. Captivating. I saw a faint redness come across the area around the Kagura-san's eyes. Thank you for the hug, Twisted. Thank you. Me? Yes? You look really great when you're thinking seriously about your studies. I see. But unfortunately, I wasn't thinking about my studies. His clear eyes looked at me straight. I was thinking about you. Oh, were you now? Were you? I couldn't tell. What? His neat white fingers pointed at a sentence in the book. What is it? What is that? It looks like it was written in a foreign language. This is a Western poem about love. The girl in the poem acts and speaks in a straightforward manner, just like you, Amana. I just thought it was heartwarming. Kagura-san. I didn't expect that he was thinking about me. I'm still not good enough, but I have to be a headmaster. When I look at the books, my dear lover comes to mind. He slowly narrowed his eyes, and this made me feel so loved. His mouth was the words that speak of love. Did I? Did I? Nah, there was no moaning in the text, so I don't think I did. Did I? Well, maybe I did. But usually when the text calls for it, I usually do it. But the text didn't call for it, so I don't know. People would tell me that he loves me. If you work too hard, it will be bad for your health. You need to take a break sometimes, okay? You are right. You might have done it because you wanted him to be as your husbando. Maybe. Maybe I instinctively did it. He's not my main husbando, though. He's just one of the husbandos. He's like top 2. Tokiwa-san always has my heart. But his concentration was getting stronger and stronger. He went into it seriously. He was no longer in a mood where I could easily talk to him. I don't want him to be the husbando. He just happens to be a husbando at this time. This is his route, so he's the husbando. But he's not my main husbando, if you know what I mean. You know, you catch what I'm saying? You catching my drift over here, you know? Yeah, my top husbando is Tokiwa-san. It was important time for Kagura-san now. I didn't want to bother him so much. I'll go to the kitchen and make some tea. I'm sorry, thank you. Nah, it's Tokiwa-san. Don't get it twisted. It's Tokiwa-san. All of the way. All of the way. Kagura-san's nice too, but Tokiwa-san is the one I go for. It's okay. Keep working hard, Kagura-san. I have no idea. I don't even remember what I just said. I just said that I like Tokiwa-san. That's all I remember. Yeah, I did do Art of Me and Tokiwa-san together. I said don't get it twisted. Okay, that's what I said. Yeah, I got art. I just haven't posted it on my Twitter yet. Luke posted it. I stood up and went to the kitchen near the entrance. While waiting for the tea leaves to steam, I went outside of the house from the back door. It's finally just Kagura-san and me together in the house, but I didn't want to bother him since he was really absorbed in his studies. But I still felt lonely. Kagura-san, before I knew it, the sun had started to set. I wonder if Kagura-san had made progress with the textbook selection. Went back into the kitchen and made tea again. And I head back to the room that Kagura-san was in. Kagura-san, can I come in? I called his name in front of the door, but he didn't answer me. I opened the door and went inside. Kagura-san was quietly sleeping while still sitting up. There was a mountain of books arranged on the desk, and each book had numerous tags between their pages. Even Kagura-san fell asleep. He must have worked so hard. Kagura-san, a straightforwardness and serious thought and thorough. He spared no effort if it's for his dream or for people. He is a great person. Took out my coat from the shelf and put it around his shoulders. Amana? Did I fall asleep without realizing it? Kagura-san rubbed his eyes and smiled slyly. You worked so hard. You want? Please have some tea since you're awake. Thank you. And I don't want to bother you, so I'll be going out of the room. Tried to stand up, but no, I'm okay now. Kagura-san hugged me tightly from behind. Kagura-san. I was surprised by his warm hug, so I looked up at Kagura-san's face. Then he laid a small kiss upon my lips. See, there it is. That's the moan. I'm sorry. When I'm into something like my studies, I forget how much time can fly by. Did I make you feel lonely? His sharp eyebrows lifted themselves up into a look of concern. No, it's not like that. I couldn't ask for anything more than your success, Kagura-san. Really? His hug turned into a deep embrace. Amana, I like this kindness of yours. I snuggled his cheek in my neck. I felt the softness of his lips on my skin. You always care about me and fill me with kindness, but you don't need to care about me if it makes you sad. Kagura-san, it's important to pursue my dreams, but if you aren't next to me, then it doesn't mean anything. His voice had been whispered into my ear, was filled with deep affections. As he held my body, Kagura-san's large hand also covered my hand. From now on, it's the time for you, Amana. His lips pressed over my neck like he was tracing it with a feather. He lightly sucked on the nipple. The what? The nape of my neck. So we should exchange our love to our hearts of content. Kagura-san. His sugary sweet voice pumped a throbbing warmth into my heart. His fingers skillfully undid the buttons of my blouse. He kissed the nape of my neck and exposed my shoulders. Ah! The warm feelings that filled my mind gradually became really hot. It made my body excited. Amana, my beloved. No, I can't. Not here, senpai. I can't do more than this. My mother will come home any moment. There's still more time before the night comes, isn't there? So until that, his fingers traced over my lips and went inside my mouth. Oh. Now I did, because the text asked for it. His fingers wiggled around in my mouth. Tickled the roof of my mouth. Hey, get your finger out of there. Get your finger out of there. Amana, I want to share time with you. I want to love you. Oh my god. His sweet voice soaked my ears with heat. And Kagura-san, I can't think anymore. I want you to love me until you get tired of it. Yes, Kagura-san. Into the veil of the night, darkness came. We can find our love with each other. Okay. Yeah. So that worked out. That's Kagura-san's route. That's all of Kagura-san's route. Now it's time for Kagura. I have 2 left. I have Kagura and I have Iroh second season. Let's go with a little tsundere, Kagura. Let me get this cheating. Ooh, sounds interesting. So I've been thinking about that, and I have to start Resident Evil 5. That's the horror game I'm gonna play, Resident Evil 5. I have to decide when to play it. I'm thinking Friday or Saturday. I don't like horror at all. I'm scared of horror. So I don't know if I have to look on stream to see if oh yeah, Phasmophobia, which I was thinking of playing with Leo, is not on sale, so nah, I'm not doing that. Yes, RE5 has the boulder smashing memes. You are not gonna catch me playing Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not playing Five Nights at Freddy's. No. Maybe I'll play Phasmo. What if you get it for me? No, I'm not playing Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not playing Five Nights at Freddy's. You're not gonna get it. No, don't get it for me. Do not get it for me. I do not like jump scares. I do not like jump scares. Too much of a big baby for that kind of game. Oh, it is? Hey, I said there was potential playing Phasmo. And I think with Phasmo, I can play with friends. I think Leo has that game, so I can play with friends. I'm already shutting it down for Five Nights at Freddy's. No. Yeah, I want to fight. This is my stream. Let's go. Let's fight. Let's fight, motherfucker. Let's go. I'm gonna fight you. Name what game? Name what game? Oh, name the game, like play a game to get, like, I don't know, rock, paper, scissors, shoe. I don't play fighting games, so I can't fight. This is no longer the man of Yoshiwara, this is the Twisted Amana fight. Fight, fight, let's go. You smell, you're stinky, you smell. Oh, stinky, that's you, Twisted. Oh, okay, whoa! Whoa, okay.
Emotional damage.
You would beat me at Fortnite and you would beat me at Smash. I don't play fighting games. Now, if you wanted to physically fight, I don't like the jumping mechanics of Smash. I don't like it. Big Brain Men's is like, play Smash, you can say you're smashing your wife. I got hands. I can fight in real life. Let's go. I'm not afraid to punch a child. You're a sassy little lost child. I mean, if I fall off the map, I fall off the map. I can't jump off the map. Like, I can't jump out of the map. If you hug me, then I'm not fighting you no more. No, but I can't double jump. I'm bad at double jumping. I fall off the stage. I'm one of those people who fall off the stage and I try to jump and I still fall off the stage. You don't understand. I can't get it. I don't understand. I'm dumb. Yeah, I mean, that's why I kind of use Zero Suit Samus, because she's good at jumping. I'm bad at double jumping. You guys, like, I could play, like, Smash right now and I'll fucking lose. I'd fucking lose. I can't flip kick. I can't do anything. I just fall. I try to jump up once and then I fall. I don't know how to press the second jump. You guys. Just getting bullied by chat. I don't know how to play Smash. I'm not good at Smash. I'm a button smasher too. Now, what game can I actually beat people at? Nah, it's no games. Yeah, but like, you can only use the second jump once. So if you miss, you miss. Let me play Stage what you want for. The only thing I like to play in Smash is Smash Run. Smash Run is the most fun part of Smash Brothers. Yeah, they have some jump attacks, but I know if I understand that if it was unlimited, it'd be too OP. I'm just saying, like, well, I played Smash Run and Smash 4, not Ultimate. I don't play Ultimate. I don't play Smash! I try to use Zero Suit Samus. Her jumps are pretty good. Zero Suit Samus's jumps work well with me. She's the one that I usually play as. And then Pit, because Pit can fly. We are taking this seriously because we're talking about smashing. That's all we like to talk about here. Ayo, yeah, that's right. Ayo. Pit has multiple jumps. Yes, I like to use Pit as well. This is all to say I stuck at Smash. You have no sense of humor, miss. Oh, bro, this guy's gonna eat me. Oh, shit. I was gonna no, that's not what I'm gonna say. This guy is gonna read me. He's gonna read me. I'm not saying it. You can't make me say it. Never played as Joker before. I know we have all the DLC. I never played as Joker before. Bayonetta does have a gun. I guess there's something jarring about Joker having a gun. But he even thought he said he was holding a banquet with a gentleman of the night who serves cold cuts above me and used to take care of women. Won't you just play with someone like me? Just an image popped up in the back of my head. It was that boy Kagero. If I choose that young man, he might be close to my age. I'm sure I could at least talk to him without flinching, couldn't I? I'd like to choose the person called Kagero. Kagero, huh? But are you really choosing Kagero? Iwo-san's eyes shine strangely. We'll be fine this time. Hey, this trainee over here. Bring Kagero and Kagero here. Called by Iwo-san, Kagero and Kagero appeared once in front of me. What do you want? Kagero, you came, did you? Katano Amana has chosen you, Kagero. Me? But Iwo-san, Wait, Kagero. Sitting on his side, Kagero-san used one hand to hold Kagero-san's back. Looked at me quietly. Miss, Kagero is still a young trainee under my tutelage. Ooh, tutelage. He is not allowed to take on clients. Won't you reconsider your choices? I see. I don't know much about the red light district. At this time I felt Kagero's fine, sharpened glance on me. The gleam of his eyes was like a point of a blade. What does this mean? Well, miss, how would you like to choose Kagero here? Kagero is attached to Kagero, so he'll be at least at the banquet with him. Yes, please. You guys don't have any objections, do you? If it's willed like this, then no, I don't. If Kagero-san says it's fine, then I do not mind. The boy looked back at me and then lowered his head with luscious black hair. I'm still inexperienced. From now, I'll be happy to accept your words. He was a polite boy. We weren't the harsh words and glances that he directed at me earlier, just my imagination. Oh, nice to meet you. Thought he was a mysterious boy, as I left with a mysterious impression on his black-haired gentleman's apprentice. I was guided to the parlor room. Leo! 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 Yeah, we had a lot of fun yesterday. We did not win anything. We did not win. We lost, but we did a good job anyway. It was really fun. What, Leo? Another one? What is this? Is this the 5th one? Is this the 5th one, Leo? Are you fucking serious? That's so awesome! You have the 5th one. Look at you, Leo. We're out of 5 are horror stories. Oh my god. Man. Make me spoopy. I guess Twisted. We weren't really like, I don't know, man. We were just really like, we only played like 2 Battle Royale games, so that might be why. We were, I think the highest we got was 11th place. It was 11th place. We lost. As we head towards the parlor room by the young attendants ahead of us, Kaguro-san, who was walking in front of me, stopped. You are such a nice lady. I heard a small voice, that's the one I could hear. Huh? The normal hard-sucking boy completely changed his attitude and left me speechless. I can't believe you chose me even though I have yet to make my debut as a gentleman. Oh, we did win yeah, we ran 2nd place in Team Rumble. But yeah, we weren't doing that well in Team Rumble either. But the lightsaber really kicked ass. Like, yo, that lightsaber is ridiculously fun in Fortnite. Yes, that shit's awesome. I was out there killing hoes. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Whatever makes you sleep at night, Twisted. Whatever makes you sleep at night. I thought you must be some country girl who had no idea how to play the red light district. Well, it's certainly my first time in the red light district, but I do not have to subject to such harsh comments. Since Iro-san supported you, I assume that you're from a very good family. But I hate people who don't even know the manners of to play in the red light district. Since you choose Kagura-san, I will treat you as a client. But you should understand my intentions in doing so. Oh, okay. Thank you for the hug, Twisted. Oh my god. Give me a second. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I take it back. I take it back. And a hydrate.
Emotional damage.
Okay. Okay. Let's get this. Okay, posture check. Oh my god, that feels so good. Oh, I needed that posture check. Thank you, thank you. Then I hydrate. I'm drinking some lemonade, and I have water. I was taken aback by the boy's sharp tongue. He is a tsundere, Leo. He is. We know that. I love lemonade. Lemonade is one of my favorite drinks of all time. Like, it's so good. Like, this will be your parlor for today. The sliding door in front of the room was opened. The parlor room was guided. Yes, he does have a cute blush. The parlor room that was guided to had already been prepared for the banquet. Amana-san, come here. In the room where the gorgeous furniture trays had been arranged, Kagura-san urged me to sit down. Well then, let's begin. Let us begin this gorgeous, splendid banquet that some call the best in Yoshiwara. The banquet was splendid and dazzling, extravagant. There were some songs that brought me comfort, and brilliant dances, and they would decorated the atmosphere around me with future brilliance. This was a banquet in the entertainment industry of Yoshiwara. It was otherworldly. Have another drink. No, I'm okay. I can't drink much. I was between Kagura-san and Kagura-san and Kaguro-san, and they both poured sake for me. You don't like sake? This man was also very beautiful. I almost dropped my cup of sake because of his sultry gaze. Ah! Your hands. Are you okay? Kagura scooped up the cup that I almost dropped along with my hands. His fingers are faintly white and slender. They were fingers of a gentleman of the night in Yoshiwara. Yes. Yes. The heat of his fingers that I felt from the place that he touched shook my consciousness. What kind of entertainment do you like? You should say which song you like, not just that you like dancing or singing. Thank you for taking care of me, but I don't know a single thing about this sort of play. So even when I asked for my preference, I wasn't sure how to answer. Kagura-san looked at me suspiciously while I remained puzzled as to how to answer. Just then, Kagura-san, I was something to talk to you about the client from earlier. Sliding door was open and a young gentleman whispered in Kagura-san's ear. My apologies, I need to excuse myself for a moment. While I'm away, Kagura-san will entertain you in my place. That's okay for you, isn't it, Kagura? Certainly. Amana-san, please ask me anything. Okay. Kagura-san left the parlor room accompanied by the attendant and then trainee. And I was left with Kagura-san. Kagura-san's like, you little shit. You little shit. I don't want to hang out with you. You're a little shit. Now listen to me, you little shit. You're coming in between the way of me and Kagura-san. I don't want nothing to do with you, you country bumpkin ass bitch. Kagura-san, how could you say something so mean? Oh, look at his smile. Then suddenly, Kagura-san sighed with an apparent disappointment. It was quite tasteless for you to refuse his offer of sake. Huh? Really? The boy changed as soon as everyone left the room. I looked twice at him, twice in awe of his chiseled face. What are you thinking about? Even if you ask me what. I'm sorry. I apologize if I made you feel bad. There's no need to apologize, but please refrain from behaving in a way that will bring shame to Kagura-san. Okay, I guess it can't be helped. Until Kagura-san returns, I'll teach you a little, Amana. Yes, great, well then please teach me. Kagura-san quickly brought his shoulders close to me. He was looking at a distance where we were almost touching each other. Well, we'll start with how to receive sake. Okay. From under his jet black hair, the boy's eyes pierced straight through me. There was a pride and sharp glint in his eye. I couldn't imagine that this boy would sell his love to a woman, but this boy will someday obtain the skill of seduction, to have a woman at his mercy. You're trying to learn something from me. Why do you keep looking at my eyes like that? I remained unable to look away from him. His jet black eyes scrutinized me in a critical manner. Why did you imagine what would happen with someone like me who can't even have clients yet? Kagura-san placed his slim fingers on my cheek. Ah! Ah! He's so handsome! Oh, he's so cute! Oh, look at him! Okay. Kagura-san, Yes, yes, he is. For being a little smug asshole. He sure is pretty sweet. What were you thinking? I remained bounded by this boy's sharp eyes. I definitely wasn't thinking about something like that. Even though I'm an apprentice, I'm still a man in Yoshiwara. I'm well aware that his fingers and the voice of mine all exist to pleasure women. Oh, really? His manner of speech implied something sexual. And when he placed his pale fingers on my cheek, it felt like somewhat immoral. Though I do find it interesting to surrender yourself to ecstasy in Yoshiwara. With that desire, did you come to Yoshiwara Animal-san? Who the hell is Animal-san? Amana-san. Kagura's face slightly came close to me. The words he spun around his thin lips, his thick lips, poured into my ear. Please stop. Are you making fun of me? The boy's about to say the same age as me. Kagura-san's beautiful appearance seemed terrifying to me. So I firmly... Animals. Aminos. Amimos. Amimos. Amamos. Amimos. Animals. Mimos. I'm gonna shut my eyes. You have no sense of humor, miss. He suddenly distanced himself from me and said that in such a scoffing manner. You were joking. Of course. I won't do anything to ruin Kagura-san's reputation. Kagura-san and I different from gentlemen like Takao and Takawa-san. Hey, you're insulting Takawa-san? We don't flatter our clients like they do. The boy flashed his black eyes in a cruel manner and then laughed. Kagura-san, pardon me, miss. But the fact that you don't know the etiquettes of this place in the red light district, I will help you momentarily until Kagura-san arrives. I no longer fear the air of mystery that surrounded that boy earlier. It was not completely seriously, and he began teaching me etiquette. And that's all I can teach you. Thank you so much. But why did you go through all the trouble to teach me? I just can't bear to have Kagura-san bothered by this. I didn't do this for you. As the boy sniffed at me with a cool look on his face, I felt like there was something that I just couldn't hate about him. But the fact of the matter was that his intensely transient expression and tone shook my feelings. What happened to me? As I thought about such things, pardon me, I'll be taking care of my business. Sliding door was open with its ringing voice. Kagura-san. It appears that you enjoyed the banquet with my substitute without issues. Yes, I didn't miss a thing. Kagura-san backed away while seated. After that, he only acted to make Kagura-san shine. As the banquet passed its peak, I found myself unconsciously looking for Kagura-san, who had left unnoticed. Where's Kagura-san? Are you worried about him? No, it's not like that. I'm going to the bathroom for a bit. Go ahead. I stood up and left the parlor room. I wasn't trying to find the boy, as I told myself that. I walked through the hallway where the sounds of banquets rang out around me. Yes, just a little bit. I was concerned about something deep inside that straight-faced glance of his. No, I can't. I won't be forgiven. Was that Kagura-san's just voice sound? It came from the backyard. I hid myself in the pillow and looked at him in secret. Why am I so dumb? Why would I watch this? This is so awkward. I get so much secondhand embarrassment sometimes with these situations. I just can't. Kagura, please reconsider. But I was concerned about the content of this conversation. I couldn't really hear it from here, but Kagura-san couldn't have any clients, so I was talking to a woman. After a while, the woman left through the back door. Amana-san. I was spotted by Kagura-san. Did you hear what we were talking about? No, I was just passing by. Please keep what you said just a secret. Okay, I won't tell anyone. You absolutely mustn't. Don't forget it. I'll never forgive you if you break this promise. What a scary face. I felt for the first time after seeing the boy's sharp glance. I promise. Okay, I'll believe you. Well, I'll be going then. The boy turned around and went back to the parlor room as if nothing happened. What was that all about? Something that he can't let anyone know. Did he have a secret communication with her? Or is this just Yoshiwara? Would he commit a crime from born with love and lust? With a frantic feeling burning inside my chest, I continued to stare intently at the hallway where the boy had just left. The secret. After I went to the banquet and parlor room, and once the banquet came to an end, Kagura-san and Kagura-san went to the entrance to see me off. The secret, yes. Amano-san, I hope you enjoyed the banquet and Kiryu. Yes, thank you very much for the opportunity. To be honest, this banquet in the red light district has nothing but gorgeous, so I really felt like I was in a dream. If you have this opportunity, please come to Kiryu again. Next time I will organize a banquet that is more relaxed. You seem to be a little distracted this time. Ooh, there are Star Rail leaks? Yes. Howeverse always has people leaking their shit. I don't know how they can get people. I don't know how they keep having these leaks happen. Are they leaking it themselves? Who's leaking all this shit? It was like he read my mind. It felt like my heart skipped a beat. One with a beard? No fucking way. No, not Hayoverse having a bearded character. No fucking way. Alright then, goodbye. I went to the entrance and left the shop. When I went outside, a comfortable night breeze fell upon my hair. Let's see here. Wait, please. Kagura-san. I heard his voice behind me and quickly looked back. Kagura-san was running after me. What happened? Well... Oh, look at his cute little blushing face. Instantly, I saw his slim fingers wavering in front of my face. I forgot to say something that I should have said before. I want you to come again. The boy's fingers hesitantly grabbed the hem of his clothing. Despite his manner of speech, I could see myself reflected in his serious eyes. Oh no, don't worry about that. No, it's a very important thing. I will be scolded by Kagura-san later if I didn't do this. Does that mean you wouldn't have gone to the trouble of saying that if you weren't going to be scolded? I'm about to say something mean without even asking. But when the boy in front of me released the grip that he had on his clothes, his face returned to the cool expression that he had on earlier. Since we have a secret between us, he quietly said so. I remember the woman that I saw in the backyard. Please don't tell anyone about it. Yes. I bowed lightly and then turned my back to him, but I continued to feel a serious gaze on my back. I walked through the town of Yoshiwara, which shined brightly red in the dark of the night. I sometimes heard the alluring voices of men trying to attract clients. Perhaps I came to the wrong place. I felt even the shower of cherry blossoms on the main street was sneering at me. There was something interesting about that boy. I want you to come again. But I didn't think I would grant his wish. You burned your toaster strudel? Did you burn your toaster strudel? Did you burn it? I left the town and came... I left the night town came called the town that knows no night, like I was running away from it. The next day, as the sun rised, I knew nothing of more than the daughter of a shipping agent. Ah, I didn't come. The frosting's the best part of a toaster strudel. Frosting's the best part. When I recall my memories from last night, my heart still flutters again. But now I was in the middle of running errands at the request of my mother. I walked the main street filled with merchants to deliver the imported books in my hand. Just then, in the corner of my eye, I saw somebody who shouldn't be here. Just now, that was Kagura-san. You don't like frosting, Bio? I fucking love frosting. I could eat frosting, straight up. Maybe not so much anymore, but I used to be able to just straight up eat frosting from like the tub. Why was a gentleman who was bound to the red light district come to Yoshiwara? Come out of Yoshiwara, in that matter of things so brazenly in the middle of the day. I hid myself behind the wall, followed Kagura-san with my eyes. Whoa, we get to meet another girl! And they drew her this time. Too much sugar. Too much sugar. I've already told you not to talk about it anymore, but Kagura-san, even if you say that, please just listen to me. That woman next to him, was she the same person I saw the night in Kiryu's backyard? At first glance, she looked like she'd be wearing the clothes of a fine nobleman. Enough already. If you plan on continuing this conversation, you should just do it another time. Wait, Kagura. Kagura-san spoke in a striking manner and then left the woman and came towards me. The woman appeared to have dropped her shoulders in disappointment and left the side of the road. He might suspect that I was listening in the conversation as he was coming towards me in front of Kagura-san. Hello, fancy meeting you in a place like this. That voice, Amana-san. That's his sister. I think that's his sister. Yep, they look alike. They look alike. It's those black eyes and the blue hair. What are you doing in a place like this? I was just stopping by to run errands for my family business. A conversation just now, the woman. Are you talking about the conversation with that lady before? I didn't listen to what you guys were talking about, so I don't know anything. Oh, I see. For some reason, he loosened his tension attitude that he had up until a moment ago and then glared at me. But if you're helping your family business, then that must mean I thought you were the daughter of some rich family. But you were just a merchant's daughter. Looking at my face, he raised the corners of his mouth and chuckled in the deriding manner. Did I? Black hair, blue eyes? Did I say blue hair, black eyes? Blue eyes, white dragon. What do you mean? Well, now I understand that why you're so unsophisticated. Despite your age, you don't even know how to play in the red light district. You must have been raised with such care. Please stop making fun of me. Anyways, this is a gentleman's apprentice, such as yourself, doing outside of Yoshiwara. Because as you said, Amana-san, I'm an apprentice. Because I'm a student. I spend my days studying and learning skills. I can't believe I mixed those things up. So that's why you're outside of Yoshiwara. I really did say that, didn't I? Oh my god, I really did! I really did! Damn, I can't believe that. You caught me in the act, you caught me in the act. Shit, I can't believe anything I say anymore. Now I doubt myself. Just as he said, through the clothing he wore were gorgeously embroidered. He was wearing a student gown. That's right, the lady before was also just a teacher of my school I was attending. Before adding what seems to be a far-fetched explanation, he stared at my face. It did make sense, but then what was about last night? Why would a school teacher come to the red light district? There's no men on this island. So I guess it could be not strange even for a teacher to go to a red light district, but... Oh, look at those leaks. They're okay. They're okay. The guy with the beard doesn't look too bad. Well, we'll just have to see what happens. And you, Amana-san, what kind of errands are you running for your business? I was on my way to deliver some books to a few bookstores near here. Took a thick book out of the package that I was carrying and showed it to him. this book is. How rare is it? Isn't it an important book? Can I just have a little look inside the book? Without waiting for my response, Kagura took the book into his hand and opened its heavy cover. This is a history book of a foreign country. Kagura-san's expression instantly turned into a delight. And this is the part where my teacher is teaching me right now. With a deep interest, Kagura-san turned through the pages of the book that I couldn't even read. His fingers were so beautiful, but more than that, I was captivated by the boy's lively attitude that was different from last night. Can you read the foreign language? Just a little. Kagura-san taught me. You can read that? You didn't know that? Kagura-san has been called the most knowledgeable gentleman in Yoshiwara. He knows swordsmanship, calligraphy, language, and classical literature. This is actually good timing. I just happened to know I was looking for a study book. Amano-san, does this bookstore that you're going to have a lot of books like this? Yes, I think so. Okay, then I'll go with you. Huh? With me? Is that okay? Kagura-san, who had already started walking, then turned back to me. Why do you look so surprised? Let's go, Amano-san. Yes, we'll go together. No surprised by the unbelievably change in his attitude from last night. We were going to the bookstore together. After arriving at the bookstore we were looking for, I first gave the books to the owner. While I was doing so, Kagura-san pursued the shelves. He reached out for the book with curiosity. Ah, Space Diluc. I didn't know there was a bookstore for texts on studies and skills in a place like this. It seems that it's opened recently. You didn't know about it, Kagura-san? Of course I heard about it. But now I think that was just worth it to come here. Oh, please hold these. Okay. As I responded, he gave me a little books to carry. I don't think I can hold this many. Kagura-san, why do you think I brought you here with me? Huh? Hold this book too. Oh, okay. But my hands are almost full, so you can hold a little more, can't you? Huh, but look at your arms. Seems like your arms are better suited for heavy physical work than my thin arms. As usual, he would say harsh things to me, but his eyes were smiling with joy. It's alright, isn't it? When he directed this age-appropriate, boyish expression at me, my cheeks suddenly loosened. No! It is not okay! It is not okay that you're taking advantage of me. No fair! I don't want to hold your books. You hold your own books, motherfucker. But and then you insult me. I don't like being insulted. This guy. I guess it can't be helped. Okay, but make this book the last one, please. We left the bookstore and walked down the main street next to each other. I bought more books than I thought I would. His black eyes were narrowed with happiness as he looked into the package with his hands. Kagura-san, you're in a good mood today, aren't you? I just found it amusing that you were happy to carry my stuff. So I was just someone to carry your stuff. You just noticed that. You had something else, you know? But I thank you as I'm grateful for your assistance. No, thank you. Having a difficulty to honestly express his emotions must be part of Kagura-san's character. In any case, you like to study, don't you, Kagura-san? Not only studying, I also like martial arts, and the reason I can go to school like this is because of Kagura-san's support. I want to pay him back, even if it's just a little. I didn't expect to see Kagura-san with such an expression on his face. After seeing Kagura-san like this, What a wonderful sentiment. It's only natural. I really hate people who forget their debts of gratitude. Hey, why'd you make me say something like that? Shame on you. I finished what I needed to do, so we should get going. As Kagura turned his face away and walked ahead of me, his cheeks turned a little red. Ah, wait, Kagura-san. I happily chased after Kagura-san, who was moving forward ahead of me at a quick pace. Kagura in the daytime. Why don't we take a little break around here? Those books seem to be heavier than expected. Kagura-san pointed at the package containing the books. For the package, you should ask the shop over there to have it delivered to Yoshiwara. We went to the store at the street and left them asking them to send the package. I guess even a girl who knows nothing of the world knows her own yard well. In any case, thank you. You have many regular clients here and I've been running around here freely since I was little. You were quite a tomboy, weren't you? What do you think? You said freely, right? What kind of feeling was that? Kagura-san's roguish eyes suddenly became clouded. How long will I be to come out to attend a school like this? Kagura-san's eyes quietly stared at the river running along the side of the road. The water surface flickered as it reflected the sun's rays, and it was occasionally shine beautifully upon Kagura-san's profile. I want to continue to study and train, but the boy's profile looked a little mature for his age and somehow made my heart ache. But why don't we just sit down and talk a little? Good idea, the weather is nice today anyway. We sat down on a long bamboo bench situated alongside the river. It was my first time sitting down next to a man. I wasn't sure how far I should be from him. After you officially start to have clients, would it be difficult to go out? We really don't know anything about the red light district. I'm sorry? I guess it can't be helped, so it looks like I will have to teach you again. Though Kagura-san at aside, he proudly displayed his raised index finger. Normally the higher gentleman is, the more restriction there are in going out. Even so, Kagura can still go out of training, but Kagura-san isn't allowed this exception due to his popularity. Not everyone is allowed to do that. Really, so you can't do that either, Kagura-san. This person who chose those books with stars in his eyes, become a gentleman of the night, then he wouldn't even be able to study freely. Or you have such a sad look on your face, without that happy-go-lucky smile on your face. You're just a regular boring girl, you know. Though he said it in a harsh way, I guess it was his way of showing his concern. Kagura-san, you're right. No, fuck you, Kagura-san. Fuck you in the high horse you came in. We don't need to think about the futures just yet. And today was kind of a nice day. Kagura-san muttered the end of his sentences and then looked away from me. I don't really have a chance to spend time out of Yoshiwara with someone around my age. Well, actually, I almost never had the experience. Before we knew it, was sunset illuminating the town in orange hue. I'll let you know when I find more rare books, Kagura-san. That would make me happy. Just then, Kagura-san's glance was drawn in by something, and his eyes stopped at the top of my head. Oh, don't move, huh? With a serious look at his face, Kagura-san extended his fingers towards my forehead. The chiseled outline of his face came near me, and I could clearly hear my heartbeats racing. Ah, an instant I saw something flutter by. Is this a dragonfly? Thought it would be weird to see one since it's out of season. Huh, it got away. To my relief, the boy's face was once close to mine and was now distant from me. Then Kagura-san took out a pocket watch of his coat and looked at it. How rare, you have a Western watch. I have some connections with a foreign country. Perhaps it was just my imagination, but you have a little trouble saying that. Anyways, I need to go back to Kiryu soon. Ma-san, where's your house? I didn't even understand what he's asking me, so I cocked my head to the side of conclusion just then. I'm saying I will see you to your house. Oh, okay. And so Kagura-san ended up seeing me to my house. However, the shop is smaller than I expected. Kagura-san looked at the outer appearance of the store and knitted his brow. I heard you need a lot of money. You want to spend a night in the shop like Kiryu. Could he be suspicious of my source of money? Well, don't worry about my money. Business has been going very well. I see you're saying you're a merchant who has come into money, aren't you? I don't really know much about it, so I have to my intention to pry. Well, I'll be going in then. He appears dismissive as he attempts to turn his back to me and leave. I say thank you. Kagura-san, thank you so much for today. My voice was unexpectedly strong. Kagura-san looked back at me from over his shoulder. Did my loud voice surprise him? Why? As I looked into his bewildered eyes, something swung into my head. Though I no longer had any intentions to go back to Yoshiwara, I just wanted to see him again. Is it okay if I go to the shop again? I want to see you again, Kagura-san. Amano-san, you want to see me? His eyes opened wide with surprise. I felt like he did look the same age as me. Yes, please, I'll be waiting for you. Face smile on his face made him appear mature. What was this feeling? Why did I think about him so much? Of course, if you choose Kagura-san, but yes. We'll see you again. Kagura bowed politely. and was back standing behind him, he left. I kept nothing to look at his boyish yet manly back for a long time. Kagero-san. I didn't expect it to be a gentleman like him in the pleasure district that knows no night. I thought he was a person who only said harsh words, but he's still a boy near my age. Those shining lights of his that I saw in the bookstore. When I remember them, something warm filled my heart. If I go to Kiryu, I can see him again. When I opened the sunny door in the shop, I tried to enter my house. I found something twinkling on the ground. What is this? Curiosity, I picked up the shiny object. Could this be an imported item? As I curiously examined it, it looked like a similar part of the pendant accessory that I saw before when I was assisting at the store. I couldn't find anything that with tiny chains and strings that came from the type of item. It doesn't seem like something that we purchased for the shop. Did someone drop it? Could it belong to Kagura-san? He told me I had connections with a foreign country, but I was trying to wrap my mind around it. Hello, are you an acquaintance of Kagura? The woman that Kagura-san agreed with earlier in the day started to talk to me. You must be Kagura-san's school teacher. Why do you say something like that? Confused, the woman gratefully laughed. That's not true. My name is Shion. I'm Kagura's sister. What? You're Kagura-san's sister? She's super cute. I love the way she looks. Why can't I date her? She's not a courtesan. In reaction to this unexpected turn of events, all I could do was stare at her. Though quiet, there was a faint hint of Kagura-san in her eyes. For some reason, Kagura and I were separated from each other. I went to the mainland on my own and was blessed with a good husband, so my family lives well. She stares into my soul, I fear. I feel sorry for Kagura-san to think that he had no choice but to become a gentleman of the night. Oh, really? But why were you separated from him? The woman pressed her eyes to stop from crying and gave me a serious look. You must know that hardly any boys are born on this island. Yes. This also meant that boys is born to be separated from his family. And that's the fate that awaits him. He was imprisoned to Yoshiwara as a gentleman. Shion's side story told me painful hidden reality of this island. Fortunately, because of my husband, I was able to make money to buy his freedom. And even though I've said this to him many times, he won't listen to me. Really? Why? For dinner the night in Yoshiwara, to have your freedom bought must have been a dream, surely. You seem to be close with Kagura. So could you convince him for me? Me? Yes. Right, now he's able to go outside of Yoshiwara-san as well, but after he makes his debut, it starts to take flight, so he'll be confined only to Yoshiwara. However, if I pay for his freedom and he retires, he'll only be able to see you freely, you know? Really? That means Kagura-san was able to study and train, and he would be able to do this heart's content. Please do this for his sake. Please, couldn't you try? Shion strongly gripped her hand strongly and passionately appeared to my heart. What should I do? I understood her feelings. If there was anything that I could do, I wanted to help him maintain his freedom. Why won't you do this for me? You do like Kagura, don't you? Well, am I wrong? I'm not that close to Kagura-san. I see. I'm sorry to ask you for this all of a sudden. No, it's okay. Shion-san dropped her shoulders in disappointment and walked away slowly in heavy steps. I didn't really understand. Perhaps what Shion was saying was true. But if that was true, then why? Why would Kagura-san hear Shion-san out? Without realizing, I held tightly to the pendant top and I picked up earlier. Kagura-san. Ooh, he's got secrets. He's got secrets. Shion. The next day, on top of my palm, I was rolling the pendant accessory that I picked up yesterday. Kagura-san. The words that I heard from Shion-san yesterday echoed in my head. I have enough money to buy his freedom, and even though I've said that to him many times, he won't listen to me. To have one's freedom bought, for a gentleman of the night who is confined to Yoshiwara. I heard that it's more than a dream to have your freedom bought. Maybe I don't know enough about the red light district, it's not really that for them. There's also this pendant I picked up yesterday. Should I go see him? Should I go to Yoshiwara again? In the daytime, Yoshiwara was unexpectedly quiet and inactive. No, perhaps I was wrong. It was because I was the true character of the city as one of lust and desire. I felt that way because in the city's appearance, Kagura-san. I unconsciously clutched my hand in front of my chest pocket where I found the pendant. I went to ask him how he really felt. Just then, I found Kagura-san walking down the main street while carrying a bag under his arms. Kagura-san, Amana-san, what happened? I didn't expect you to come to Yoshiwara in the daytime. Even though I wanted to see him, when I finally faced him, I was unable to ask him about the things I wanted to ask. So are you coming back from school, Kagura-san? No, today I was performance training. Training? What kind? A little bit of dancing and singing. Speaking of, I haven't yet to see Kagura-san's performance skills, but I could easily imagine how a grateful boy would dance. Kagura-san, you're dancing. It must be very beautiful. I'm like a baby who's just grown a bit of hair. I'm just an amateur. There's plenty of gentlemen who are exceedingly at dancing and singing. Tokiwa-san's dancing and singing are particularly amazing. Is Tokiwa the man with the blonde hair? That's right. I don't really like him though. He praised him, but didn't forget to speak harshly of him too. When I saw this, a giggle slipped to my tongue. How rude, why are you laughing? It's just so you, Kagura-san. Oh, by the way, I found this. I took the pendant across my chest and pocket. Finally felt like the tense between us had loosened up. This was dropped in front of my house yesterday. Does it belong to you, Kagura-san? I presented it to Kagura-san, and as I did, the silver accessory reflected the sunlight and shined dimly. This can't be true, can it? Huh? I didn't expect you to find this. Kagura-san clearly showed his happiness and held the accessory in my hands with his hands. The softness of his palm made me gasp for a moment. Thank you so much. I thought I might dropped it somewhere and I'd been looking for it all along. When I handed it to him, Kagura-san directed his eyes fondly towards the small silver accessory. His glance was gentle. Even someone like Kagura-san, it was hard to believe that he would have such a childlike joy to his face. Is it something precious? Yes. I've held this with care ever since I was a child. Wait, I'll show you why. The small click sound. It seemed that it had a trick to it. When Kagura-san held it, the cover of the accessory opened. How rare. It was a Western gadget and it was inside the accessory. Even at my shop, it was rare to see something like this. Can you see it? It's a small picture in there. After Kagura-san told me, I took a closer look. This is a little boy. Was it Kagura-san when he was a child? There was an old lady and a girl, but the picture was really worn from this age, so I couldn't tell what they really looked like. This is my mother and little sister. We were separated when I was a child. You wouldn't have known if I didn't say that. It's a very old picture. It's a picture of your family. The little girl was Shion-san. He was thinking about his family, that's why he had such gentle eyes before. I compared Kagura-san with the picture that had faded into different assets. I'm really glad to find it again. Kagura-san closed the cover of the accessory and then with great affection. He clutched the pendant accessory across his chest. I didn't expect it to make you so happy. I can't say thank you like a normal person, you know. His appearance, even when he pouting a little, looked differently from his usual urges. Am I reading too fast? I feel like I'm reading too fast. Sorry, I got so in the zone that I was like reading, and it's like I sometimes have to take a step back and be like, am I reading really fast? I would also like to thank you for yesterday, because I was able to talk to you about many things, Kagura-san. Even though I made you carry my things, you just don't learn, do you? Dangers of speed running those men of Yoshiwara. Sometimes I just want to speed out. I just want to speed run to the end. I just want to speed run to the end. But I think I just naturally start reading and I just can't stop. And I just keep going faster and faster and faster. Though Kagura-san's route is giving me like, it's kind of bland. It's kind of a bland route so far. I guess I'm speed running through him. I do think it's a little too much for me though. I had one thing to show him, and I took it out. I took out the item that I had hidden away in my chest pocket. What is it? Kagura took a look at the delicate silver shining chain that matches the accessory. This is a token of my gratitude. This accessory is an important pendant, isn't it? So I thought you might want to lose it anymore if you had used this chain. This is for me? When I saw Kagura-san's face, I couldn't believe what I just saw. Was he being shy? Thank you. Kagura-san became speechless for a while. He looked very happy as he compared the accessory with the chain that he just received. It's definitely... He passed the chain to the accessory and wore it around his neck. With this, it seemed like I won't have to worry about losing it again. Not too little drama. I'm sure some drama will come ahead. It's just a slow start. It's a slow beginning since he's not really a gentleman. So there's nobody like, oh man, there's nobody being like, I want to sleep with you. And I'm like, no. No. This is just like cute. This is just like everyday shit. His eyes were filled with unusual, gentle light. The warmth that was once filled was when he was thinking of one's family. It was one side of a boy that came to know for the first time. But I also remember when Shion said to me yesterday, a boy is born to be separated from his family. This is the fate that awaits him. The existence of family. For Kagura-san, that must be very important. So much that it would take a cynical boy to put a smile on his face. If that's so, then why? Why is he refusing an offer to feed that would allow him to live with his family? Amana-san, did something happen? Oh, you've been quiet for a while now. Oh, I'm sorry, I was just thinking about something. Shion asked me to convince him, but I couldn't at least ask him about the circumstances. Thinking about something. It's not polite to think about something else when you have someone in front of you. Yes. I just couldn't get it out of my head. Is it okay to ask him? I keep staring at Kagura-san's face in hopes that it might be able to read his feelings. Are you still thinking about something? I was scared by his haughty glance, so I swallowed my words and about to come out of my mouth. No, I'm not. In the end, I was unable to ask him anything and I lost my chance to do so just then. But I feel bad that I'm the one who received the token of gratitude. Don't worry about something like that. It looks like I asked you to give me money and gifts. It would be better if I could just give you a token of my gratitude. But I don't know you very well, so I'm not sure what I should give you. Kagura-san crossed his arm and started to think seriously. Then please talk to me like yesterday. Is that enough for you? Yes. Kagura-san's black eyes twinkled as soon as he heard my response. Oh yes. I thought of something that would be perfect. Why don't we go together to a fair at Inari Shrine next Sunday? Inari Shrine, you mean the one in Yoshiwara? Yes, that one. So they have fairs in Yoshiwara too. I didn't know that. Kind of famous. You didn't know that. I'm surprised you know I'm surprisingly how sheltered you are. I just thought that it wasn't a place for me. It seemed like I would never get used to a sharp tongue as much as it made me flinch. Please don't act scared. Please don't act so scared in front of me like that. Oh yeah, you're right. Ha. Did he feel like I was bothering some girl? Didn't he know why he'd laugh at me though? Either way, if you don't know if you don't know about it, then I'll think you'll enjoy it. Yes, thank you so much. But don't you have to go back to the shop at night? A fair in Yoshiwara is especially fun during the day. If it's daytime, I'm allowed to leave the shop too. You'll be able to see Yoshiwara unlike the red light dishes that exist at night. Ah, but you don't even know Yoshiwara at night, do you? He chuckled and was certainly making fun of me. Stop! It's still daytime. I can't help it. It's just easy to tease you. Huh? Tease? I tried to question him, but Kagura-san just smiled at me mischievously. I have to go back to the shop soon. Time just flies while we stood here talking. I guess it's that time already. Well, I'll be off then. Please look forward to seeing me on Sunday. Yes, good luck at the shop. Yes. When he left, a smile came across the boy's face. I wanted to see more of that smile. I wanted to talk to him. While thinking so, I watched him run over towards Kiryu. Before I knew it, I found out that I really enjoyed spending time with Kagura-san. Though in the end, I was unable to ask him about Shiro-san's offer to buy his freedom. From Kagura-san's attitude, he was likely unaware that I had met Shion-san. It was almost like I had to hid it from him. Kagura-san. I watched as his back became smaller and smaller, and I felt a tingling in my chest as if it entangled in a thick of thorns. The Candy Apple. Chapter 5. Almost halfway through. And on that Sunday, the day that we promised to meet. Have a nice day. My mother saw me off to the entrance where it was unusual for her. Since you're so dressed up like that, be careful to not come home too late. Okay, goodbye then. I left my house and walked towards Yoshiwara down the main street in the marketplace. I was taken back to see my mother and noticed that I was dressed better than usual. Today was the day of the fair that we agreed to go to. Kagura-san. Was I looking forward to this? Was I looking forward to what lies ahead and to spend time with that boy? My mother would have never imagined that I was going to see a man from Yoshiwara. But for Kagura-san, such parental concern is that but an old distant memory. That's why he has such strong feelings for his family and Kagura-san who took care of him. While thinking this, I arrived to Nari's shrine, the place where we were meant to meet. As I looked for him, Amana-san. I found Kagura-san under the red torii gates at the entrance. I'm sorry, were you waiting for me? Like I was gonna waste. They spelled waste wrong. Like I was gonna waste my time for you. Oh my god. What a... Yo, he's truly a tsundere. Like he's rude as fuck. I just got here. I ran towards Kagura-san who was pursuing his lips. When I did that, I saw something around Kagura-san's feet, which was in line from his studies. Numbers and what looks like foreign characters were drawn into the dirt. What is this? It's nothing. Kagura-san used his feet to quickly erase the characters on the ground. Could it be that you were... Was he waiting for me for a while? Don't be nosy. I was just remembering a little of what I learned from my teacher yesterday. Oh, okay. You should be more honest about it. I'm starting to think he is a tsundere, but a little bitch. He is a little bitch. He's a true tsundere, which is like really mean. Tsunderes can be very mean. Look at the colors of the boy's cheek. I chuckled in a bit of my heart. Well, let's go. Oh. He held out his right hand and softly grabbed my right hand. Amana-san. The boy looked at me with concern. Don't you like holding hands? No, not at all. Let's go. I returned the fingers that I previously pulled them and then slowly held his hand in return. Is this tsundere or verbal harassment? That's a good question. Tsundere or verbal harassment? Great. Great topic. Great topic to talk about. I feel like tsunderes are verbal harassment. They can be very, very mean for no reason. I don't like tsunderes. They don't really get me going. Like, I would prefer to have somebody who likes me and tells me they like me as opposed to somebody who's mean to me because they like me. Do you like tsunderes? His soft touch of his fingers made me feel like my heart was about to explode. And so it came to that I walked hand in hand with Kagura-san for the first time. I thought about it too much, though I thought about that. I held his hand against mine after my fingers slipped from his. Which stall would you like to go to first? Oh, guys, give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'm back. I wish the game would show up. There we go. It just takes a little bit of time. Yeah. I could have a couple of, I think, like, I want to do another collab with Rockna, but it's so hard. It's so hard when we're in the same room. But I feel like we would have some very interesting conversations and topics to talk about. I was actually thinking of doing a podcast with Rockna, but it's just, we don't have the fancy mics for it. Like, so when we're in the same room together, each of the mics pick it up, and I have no idea how to fix that. But yeah, that would be a very run. Yeah, well, we won't be able to co-stream. We won't be able to co-stream, but we'd have to like sit next to each other in the mic and talk. Which is fine. We just can't co-stream it. Yeah, so we just have to do it from one computer. Which is not a bad idea. Fans in Yoshiwara are from the pleasure of customers coming to the entertainment district. One day we'll solve the issue by getting a better mic. I think the issue is a mic. We need better mics. Because I've played around with all the settings that go into a mic, and the settings are supposed to be able to not pick up, but they pick up a lot. Surprisingly. So I think it's a mic issue, because when people usually do podcasts, they sit in the same room and speak, and the mic only picks up one person. So I think it's a mic thingy. Like, I have to spend more money on a mic. Probably like a $200 mic or something. There are fair large numbers of stalls for his shows. That's amazing. The lively sounds of the music echoed through the shrine grounds. There are many rare stalls that I've never seen before. I saw gorgeous dressed men here and there, and it was unlike the outside world. The world seemed like it was taken out of a private picture scroll. Just look at this, it's hard to make a decision. And I suddenly set my eyes on a stall selling bright red candies, apples. Hello there, miss, how would you like one? We got Kagura-san's profile, he stood next to me. Do you like candied apples? It's very fair-like, and they're cute. Yes, they are. Miss, can you give me a red one? Alright, just one? Kagura-san received the candy apple from the female stall and handed it over to me. Here you go, Amana-san. For me? But won't you have one, Kagura-san? I'm okay. I'm not very good with sweets. Thank you. I tried to eat the red candy apple, but he stared at me with such big eyes and made me feel embarrassed. What happened? Please don't look at me so much, you little bitch. I looked away from him and put my mouth on the jeweled light shining surface. From doing that, I still can feel Kagura-san's eyes on my lips. It's very red. Huh? Your cheeks and lips are very red. It looks like you got rouge on them. He quietly extended his white fingers and traced around my cheeks. And with a pat of his fingers, he traced my lower lip, which had been on the candy apple a moment ago. Kagura-san, your small tongue. My small tongue? What is that supposed to be? What is that supposed to mean? If a guy came up to me and they're like, oh, you have a small tongue, I would be like, what is that? What does that mean? A small tongue. Does that mean I'm delicate? Does that mean, what does that mean? I'm just small. I'm just a small person. I've got small lips. I've got I got a small tongue. Like the words that we're saying didn't match the straight-backed boy. I felt a bit heated in my cheeks and lowered my head slightly. I guess it must be kinky. I don't know, man. Have you ever thought about somebody's small tongue before? I've never thought about anybody's tongue as being small. A big tongue. A big tongue is a good tongue. I know nothing about tongues. I don't. I felt a bit of heat in my cheeks and lowered my head slightly. Why don't we take a look at some other stalls? I wanted to change the mood that was hanging over us, so I pointed at a random stall. That's the store that sells cosmetics in the red light district. They have such a stall? Yes, let's take a look. When we looked inside the stall, there was lots of rouge, color powders, and hairpins. They showed various tools of the purpose of beautiful, adorning gentlemen. Ooh, they put makeup on the guys. Nice. Why is this? It's beautiful. Interested by the shell that had been a picture of a ballroom flower painted on it, I picked it up. This is Komichi Rouge. Go ahead and open the shell. After he said that, I opened the shell. Inside was painted with iridescent color and it shined dimly. You place a wet brush on this color part here, it'll make a beautiful crimson color. Its color is so golden though. I want to buy one for you. Is it okay? You don't wear any makeup at all, so it'd be too sad if you had to waste all that rouge from the candy apple. Kagura-san looked at my face and grinned. I sort of felt like he was making fun of me. But if it was this rouge, might be a cynical boy offer me a slight compliment and say I'm beautiful upon seeing me? Okay then, if you insist. I received the shell from the shopkeeper and carefully put it in my chest pocket. Tired from walking around, we sat down next to each other on the edge of the hall of worship. We looked around the shrine grounds, which were crowded with people. Yoshiwara fairs are amazing. I had a great time together with Kagura-san. You seem to have enjoyed yourself quite a lot. I'm glad. It's been a while since I've walked around a fair for this long. Kagura-san also wasn't talking in this usual standoffish, not off-stand. What the fuck is wrong with me? Standoffish attitude right now. This was my first time to come here with someone after inviting them, though. I'm glad that it's you. He said it was like his first time. Those words spoken from his smiling mouth tickled my heart. If you're invited then, Kagura-san, then I would think that so many people would want to go with you. The only people around me are gentlemen of the night, and there are no women that would be allowed to go with an apprentice like me. But after your debut, there will certainly be many women that would be captivated by you. Oh, I'm sorry, it's fine. As a gentleman of the night, it's something that I have to prepare for someday. What do you hope for in the future, Kagura-san? Before you said that you wanted to continue studying, though. I don't know, my freedom may be restricted. I want to continue, but I don't want to think about the future now. Kagura-san pulled his pendant from the other day out of his sleeve and rolled it in his palm. When I look at him down, I remember Shiro-san's offer to buy his freedom. As for a gentleman of the night, it's best to have your freedom bought and leave Yoshiwara, isn't it? This is what I've been wanting to ask him for a long time. I quite waited for Kagura-san's answer. That's a little... I saw him biting his lower lip. It didn't mean that he didn't think it was a good idea. I had some doubts. Is there any way to get out of free from Yoshiwara? I don't think there is. My only choice is just to wait until I pay back all my debts and have a proper retirement. Though I guess it would be different story if I became sick and had some physical problems. Oh no. Then having someone buy your freedom is the only way, isn't it? It is. But I think there is someone more suitable for freedom than me. Someone who's more suitable? Who's he talking about? As long as he can't be free, I can't think about my own freedom. Kagura-san. Obviously, it's Kagura-san. Duh, that's who he's talking about. He avoided mentioning the name of the person in question. What was the reason why he kept refusing Shio-san's offer? I'm sorry to have asked you something strange like that. From now on, please think about your questions first before you ask me. I hate getting fucking lectured. Excuse me, do not lecture me, sir. I know I am dumb. I know I am delulu. But please, stop being mean to me. It hurts my feelings, guys. I don't like when people are mean to me. I haven't even made my debut, so it's too early to think about having freedom bought. I had to think about it that I need to focus on studying and training. Yes. Anyway, please stop talking to me about such dreamlike things. It's unpleasant for me. If he becomes this stubborn, then wouldn't it be impossible to convince him? Or rather, he might have been distressed all by himself for some time after hearing Shiro-san's offer. Thinking about that suitable person. I'm sorry, Kagura-san. Before I knew it, I put my fingers over the fist that he was making over his knee. Amano-san, I've said too much. Today was supposed to be a fun day at the fair. When you don't walk down and change the mood. When we left the shrine, the sun started to set. I thought it was opening up to each other today, but as he walked ahead of me, Kagura-san didn't speak to me since the last conversation. While walking in a gloomy mood, Kagura-san stopped walking. Kagura-san? Oh, Kagura. I didn't expect you to be with this girl. Kagura-san looked at us and smiled meaningfully. Like a real brothers. You're that Amano-san who tried to choose Kagura before, didn't you? Yes. Did you hang out together with Kagura? I took a glance at Kagura-san. Yes, I asked Amano-san to go to the fair and Inari Shrine together. We were on our way back to Kiryu now. Kagura-san looked desperate before, but that same Kagura-san was speaking so meekly. I see. Amano-san, how'd you like going to the fair with Kagura? He was very kind to me. I see. Please continue to be good for him from now on. Yes. Kagura-san looked at Kagura-san warmly. I swear, their names are so similar. Their names are so fucking similar that I get tongue-tied. Kagura, Kaguro, and Kaguro-san was acting more meekly than ever before. You guys look like real brothers. I've been taking care of Kaguro for a while now. So Kagura-san, you'll be taking care of him? I didn't know. Kagura-san has been taking care of me since I was sold to Kiryu when I was little. And that's why he's close to me like a real related brother. Kagura-san was a handful at first though. Kagura-san was? I could see that they care for each other so much. Was it not like this from the beginning? Stop it, I was just a little boy at the time. I'm ashamed. Because you weren't honest with yourself. But he changed when he started to have interest in books I was reading and I started teaching him. Yes, I was allowed to study and practice martial arts. Things weren't necessary for gentlemen. I don't know how to express my appreciation. You can express your gratitude by improving yourself. When I saw that the way he looked at each other, I realized, even without blood related, their bond was one that could only exist between real brothers. One more suitable than me. Kagura-san would continue to be just stressed all by himself, torn between Kagura, who he yearned for as his real brother, and Shio-san. That's why he refused to offer to buy his freedom. You guys definitely don't look like blood-related brothers. Amano-san. When I thought about the feelings of Kagura-san, who is now looking shy, my heart almost hurt. But well, suddenly Kagura-san looked at me and Kagura-san sighed. You're almost ready for that, aren't you, Kagura? I don't want to talk about it. What were they talking about? Kagura-san was acting weird. Kagura-san. And Kagura-san came close to Kagura-san. I'm still just an inexperienced novice. Please allow me to continue to study under you, Kagura-san. Response to Kagura-san's desperately begging, Kagura-san looked at him in a calming manner. I think you're ready, aren't you? Kagura-san glance moved and instantly met mine. What is this? What is the meaning of this glance that he's giving me now? Kagura-san. Kaguro, don't become so disappointed in the front of this beautiful lady. Yes. Then Kagura-san looked at me. Amana-san, I just received a cancellation for tonight's client. If it's alright with you, could the three of us have a banquet again like we did the other day? A banquet? Is that okay for you? I don't have any money today. I put away the money that the young couple gave me in a shelf in my house, so I didn't bring it with me. I'm the one who wants to have a banquet tonight, so we don't need to worry about money. Kaguro, you okay with that, right? Yes, if that's what Kagura-san wants. Now, if it's too good of a time, we should go back to Kiryu. I want to know how far these places are from each other. Like, how far is Inari Shrine from Kiryu? Because it seems like it takes time to walk there. Because the sun in the night changes so easily. But maybe I'm just overthinking about where it is and how far of a distance it is when it doesn't really matter to the story. It matters to me. I like to visually see how far things are from each other, but I know necessarily it doesn't matter in the story, but I'd like to know. Time seems to pass really quick in this story. Just like time seems to pass really quick when I'm streaming. Before we knew it, we were heading towards Kiryu, though the town was its lights already shining. The banquet began with dancing of young gentlemen in the time with the sounds of shamisen. So you got some komichi rouge. The store also has good color powders. I hear that Takao uses them too. Takao-san, the top gentleman of the night, Takao. Was he the man I met the first day, the one wearing the gorgeous kimono? Though arrogant and prideful, true to the name, he's certainly the top gentleman of Kiryu. Excuse me. What? It is? Wait a minute, it is? Oh my god, it is! It is! Holy shit! That's crazy! I don't know much about Attack on Titan, to be honest. I'm not too versed. But I looked up the map and it technically is our map backwards. It is just the Earth upside down. This is top quality sake that was delivered to the shop today. Kagura-san didn't join our conversation and only devoted himself to supporting Kagura-san. Kagura-san, have you forgotten how to entertain a client? You should join our conversation so that she will enjoy herself a bit more. Yes, then excuse me. Kagura-san lowered his head and moved to the place next to me. But when you guys sit next to each other, it looks like a painting. Kagura-san stared at me and Kagura-san sitting next to each other like we were appreciating art. He gently narrowed his eyes and had a gaze that was a parent looking at his own child. Really? Maybe Kagura-san looks like that, but I thought the exact same thing when I saw you before the town of Yoshiwara. I thought you guys looked like a good match. Kagura-san, what are you saying? Kagura, this lady's cup is empty, isn't it? Ah, yes. Kagura-san poured sake from the bottle into my cup. His face was close to mine. It was close enough to touch shoulders. At this distance, Kagura-san, his words made me nervous. You chose Kagura first. Could you tell me the reason why you did that? The reason? I could feel Kagura-san looking at me. Was he nervous about my answer? I thought we were around the same age. That's what I honestly felt at the time. Clearly your age is close to his, so I would seem that he's easy to talk to. Well, I need to tell Iroh-san something, so I'm gonna leave it for a little while. Kagura, take care of her while I return. Yes. And Kagura-sama... Why did I say sama? Oh well. Kagura-sama stood and left us together in the room. In the middle of the banquet, the young gentleman was still dancing beautifully, but more than dancing and singing, I'm sorry, Amana-san. Kagura-san. What was he thinking? He doesn't usually say those kind of things. I don't mind, so That was a lie. Bitch, that was a lie. This board was already the only thing on my mind. But would you like me to refresh your tray? Or how about trying the sake? He tried to pass me another cup of sake. Our fingers touched a little. I was just touching them, but somehow... What happened? No, it's nothing. My heart started to beat faster and faster. Amana-san. The boy's yet fully grown face looked into my face. This is troubling. You're acting like this and I don't know what to do. Kaguro-san. I just noticed his eyes were color as deep as the night sky. And I was staring at Kaguro-san. And I felt like I was looking at someone that I met for the first time. I'm still a man. Ooh. Your face is turning red. Kagura-san uses fingers to slowly brush the hair behind, hanging in front of my forehead to the side. I may be a little drunk. My face was surely redder than the person in front of me. While thinking that, the sliding door was open. I was like, I'm gonna come at a bad time. Kagura-san glance caused us to look away from each other. Kagura-san, if you're coming back in, please say something before opening the door. Oh. Just then, I need to talk to you, Kagura-san. What is it? An attendant who was waiting on both sides of the door came to Kagura-san and whispered, seems like the banquet will be over soon. I'm being called to another room, so excuse me. Kagura-san left the room with the attendant. Well, I guess the banquet's over. The young gentleman who called the banquet left, leaving just me and Kagura-san together. It's already late. You should sleep here tonight. Huh? No, This is the red light district. Sleeping here means my body suddenly became stiff. I won't do anything to you, don't worry, because you're an important person for him. Kagura-san guided me to the bedroom in a gently manner. I'm going to sleep in a different room tonight, so you can just use this for your sleepwear. I have someone put on another bed for you. Kagura-san has some young boy skillfully prepare everything. Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to sleep now. No, could you wait a little for me? I actually really need to talk to you. Talk to me? What is it? It's about Kaguro. I think it's about time that he starts having his own clients. Huh? But Kaguro-san told me that he's still in the future. Actually, it's already late. I've been taking care of him a little too much. I've been worried about him because he's not honest with himself, but it seems that he's very friendly with you. Really, he's always saying harsh things to me. Yeah, he's always a little bitch. Don't worry. Though he only opened his heart to me, he did ask you to fare with me. That never happened before. He likes you. Kaguro-san likes me? I thought that was always just making fun of me, though. Kagura-san stared straight into my eyes, and then he nodded deeply. So please, could you be his first client? Me? I'm taking somebody's virginity. Let's go. No! I will talk to Iroh-san. At least for the first night, even if it's only temporary. I want you to teach him true love. Oh no, the sudden proposal made my inside of my head go completely white. Of course I will respect your wishes. I will not rush you to give an answer, but I will like you to think it over. Yes. But why you ask me to do something like that? It's my sole wish as his non-blood related brother. For a gentleman of the night, love is something to be sold. Once he starts having clients, he will no longer be able to have it freely. After he spoke, Kagura-san left the room. Me and Kagura-san. I couldn't help but think that after I went to bed alone in the room is for that purpose. In front of my eyes, there a gorgeous bed laid out of men and women exchange their intimacies. Will Kagura-san and I do this here? When I thought about it, my heart beats painfully fast. Then I felt the presence of someone outside the sliding door. Kagura-san, it's me. May I come inside the room? Kagura-san. While surprised I didn't say anything, the sliding door was open. Ah. Oh, Amana-san. I'm sorry you didn't say anything, so Kagura-san's face turned bright red all the way. His ears, and he tried to leave the room. What's the meaning of this? Amana-san, you're alone in Kagura-san's bed. Well, Kagura said that I should sleep here because it's too late to go back. I looked at my other body straight in the bed and Kagura-san came into the room. Kagura-san is going to stay in another bedroom. I see. Alright, good. For the moment I thought, hey, don't surprise me like that. I didn't expect you to be alone in this room. Could it be, did you mistakenly think I was going to sleep with Kagura-san? So it's cute to see him a little upset, so I chuckled a little bit. Why are you laughing? Kagura-san stopped talking to me and came close to me. His eyes had the same color as the night sky looked into my face. Amana-san, you think of me as a child or something? His sharp eyes filled with provoking sexiness. That I've never seen before. No, I don't think that of you like that. When you think the opposite, I don't understand what you mean. The boy in front of me knitted his eyebrows in distress. I'm still a man. Ah, and you're right at the moment. I was pushed over by Kagura-san's arms. Oh! Let's go! Let's go! He's making a move. He's making a move. Kagura-san. My view was blocked by Kagura-san's body. The boy's beautiful face that laid before my eyes came close, and then he put more strength into his fingers and then pushed my arms. Don't underestimate me as a child. Even I can sleep with you. What? As if being licked by his eyes. Kagagurui-sama. As being licked by his eyes, Kagura-san glance slipped down my face to my body. Like this. His knees parted my legs and hiked up the bottom of my sleepwear. His hot breath tickled my lips. Like other gentlemen, I can use my skills to make women crazy and spend a lot on me. Under his black hair, both his eyes were shaking nervously. Was it from his uncontrollable passion? Or was this a painful quiver? Stop it. I was scared, but his sad eyes. This place, I will get out of this place of my own power and not by having my freedom bought or anything. And I heard him speak in this low voice that I could never heard before. I was forcibly robbed of my first kiss. No. I struggled to free myself from under Kagura-san's body. I heard a dull sound as my elbow came to his thin body. Ouch. How unladylike. Be a good girl. No, stop it. Please stop. No matter how much I screamed, there was no match to the strength of the boy's arms. My body was quickly pushed down in the bed. You readily went too far of being invited by a man from Yoshiwara. You like me, don't you? No, stop it. I'm scared. Shut up! Kagura-san also tried to push me away. That's how it is, and I'll do what he wants me to. It's not like that. Just then... Bang. Knock it off. What the hell is going on? The doors opened loudly and Takao came into the room with a furious demon-like look on his face. Takao-san. Well, what's with all the noise? Takao looked around the room and then wrinkled his nose. This is between a gentleman and his client, so mind your own business. What is that? Don't try to show off when you can't even properly sleep with women. You were wearing such a racket that you scared my client and ruined our night. Kagura-san released my body and looked at Takao with a scowl on his face. What is this noise all about? Oh no! How embarrassing! How embarrassing! This is where my secondhand embarrassment comes in. This is the part where I cringe. Kagura-san, just now you've been educating this boy. It was so noisy that I had to come over here. And when I did, instead of the room owner, I see the immature brat trying to show off. Kagura, what are you doing? I don't want to say it. And what about you, miss? Kagura-san moved his glance from Kagura to me. I hid my eyes and I started to swell with tears and just tried to fix in my ruffled sleepwear. I'm sorry, Takao. You can blame me all for this. Kagura-san looked at Takao and bowed. Could you accept my apologies and forgive him? You're apologizing, are you? Alright. I'm gonna tell Iroh-san it's the rule of Yoshiwara to get punished when you make trouble like this. Alright, I guess there's nothing that can be done. Takao smoked his pipe and left the room in a seemingly uncomfortable manner. This isn't like you. Why did you make such trouble? The boy just hung his head in shame. The whole time I was rubbing the corner of my eyes, which with bound became red. After a while, Iroh-san caught wind of what happened and came to the room with a number of gentlemen. Ooh, this is bad. This is really bad. You caused trouble with the client before your debut and caused Takao-san's good client discomfort. It appears that you have to reflect on your bad behavior. You over there, take Kagura to that room. Yes, sir. Kagura-san had both of his hands bound behind him by the gentleman who came with Iroh-san. His eyes were robbed of his strength and looked dead. I thought the fear I felt would remain within me. Kagura-san. Kagura-san looked at me for a brief moment, but then he quickly brought his face down. With his head hanging down, I couldn't tell what his expression was. And like that, Kagura-san was taken away from me in front of me. In Retribution, Chapter 8. I leaned on the wall of my room and thought about yesterday. Kagura-san. I touched my lips softly. I let him kiss me. Why did he do something like that? Do I really hate it? Or... In the end, far from persuading him, I couldn't even bring up Shion-san's offer. On top of that, at least for the first night, even if it's only temporary, I wanted to teach him true love. The first night, I shook my head to start to look back on what happened. More than that, I was worried about Kagura-san now. Was he okay? Could he be hungry now? I can't just sit still. Brought myself to the kitchen and made rice balls, and then I decided to go to Kiria. First of all, this route is so boring. Where's the drama? Where's the drama? It's just like, it's just so plain. I guess I'm just so used to being seduced that, like, he's gonna get spanked. He's gonna get in trouble, that's for sure. Excuse me, is anyone here? When I raise my voice, I hear footsteps coming from behind the shop. Oh, it's Amana-san. What can I do for you? Iroh-san's bottomless eyes observe me. I can't deal with his glance. What happened to Kagura-san? I don't mind if I can only see his face. Can I see him? Miss, I understand your feelings, but problems that happen in the shop are dealt with by the shop. The clients don't need to worry about it. Then can I at least give this to him? Try to hand him rice balls that were covered with bamboo leaves, but I can't accept this. Please bring them back with you. They were politely pushed back to me by Iroh-san's right hand. But I'm also responsible for Kagura-san's actions. Please don't make me say it again. Kagura-san is being punished now, so please go back now. Yes. He sent me away from the shop without even listening to me. Kagura-san. I couldn't even see him. I walked down the street, which was tinged with reddish hues from the sunset. And I stopped walking once I came in front of the Nari shrine. When we came here yesterday, Kagura-san were both smiling, but it felt like it was a long time ago. Kagura-san. Though the gentlemen of Yoshiwara looked very gorgeous at night, outside I heard that they were bound by strict rules and a harsh reality. From the way that Iroh-san was acting, did it mean that Kagura-san was now being treated very badly? If only I hadn't refused him. it wouldn't be like this. I offered the rice balls that were in waste to the shrine, put my hands together and closed my eyes to pray. Dear God, please let Kagura-san be safe as I continue to pray like this. Hey you, aren't you that lady from yesterday? Huh? You're devoted. Are you praying to God for Kagura-san's safety? Takao-san. I looked back while crushed down. When I said that the top gentleman was looking down upon me while smoking a pipe. His ignorant smile reminded me of yesterday. At a single thought, I put myself on the ground. You didn't need to put your guard up like this. I didn't come here to reproach you. Just seeing you desperately praying to God as I walked by making me want to talk to you. You're not mad at me. Ha, don't belittle me. I'm not such a narrow-minded man, you know. By the way, what do you got there? Gotta use his pipe to point at the rice ball I just offered to the shrine. I was trying to bring some rice balls to Kagura-san, but Ara-san sent me away at the entrance of the shop. So you're offering them to Nari shrine instead? Yes. Well, I at least want to pray for Kagura-san's safety. Put my hands together in front of my chest and close my eyes again before the shrine. That Kagura. Despite being a brat, he's still got a good woman. Takao-san blew smoke from his pipe and sniffed his nose. Alright, come with me, girl. Takao-san, don't forget those rice balls. As soon as he said so, Takao turned his body and started to walk briskly. Yes. And then I picked up the rice ball and quickly ran around him. Takao snuck me in the shop through Kiryu's back door, and he opened the door that was located deep inside the shop. Be careful, it's dark inside. Okay. As I strained my heart in a dimly lit room, from the corner of my eyes I saw a dark shadow moving. Who is that? Kagura-san was sitting on the floor, and he was hanging his head down low with his arm tied behind his back. Kagura-san. I ran over to the board and got on my knees. How painful. I can't believe they did this to you. Please leave. Kagura-san turned his head to face away from me. He suddenly looked at me. Why? I sent my head out to Kagura's cheek. I gently stroked his slight and emaciated cheek. But Kagura-san wouldn't reply to me. He then glared fiercely at Takao, who was behind him. Can't you be a little honest with yourself? That's why people look down at you for being childish. Takao, being fed up, let out a big yawn. I'm gonna clear out now. Soon. Oh wait, thank you so much. But why don't you tell me where Kagura-san is? Well, of course I couldn't let your rice balls go to waste, could I? He used his chin to point at the rice balls that I was holding. Takao's bored eyes signed for a moment, and then he left the room. Rice balls. After confirming that Takao had left the room, Kagura-san spoke with a weakened voice. Yes. I was worried that you weren't being fed. I opened the bamboo leaves wrapping, and showed the rice balls to Kagura-san. Amana-san, you were worried about me? Yes. When I looked into his face, he tried to look tough and turned away. You didn't need to worry about me. Please go back. Don't say something like that. Rumble. The rumbling sound of the boy's stomach echoed through the quiet room. Kagura-san, just as I thought, you were hungry, aren't you? I guess it can't be helped. Since you're ahead, make these for me, I'll take them. I'll eat them later, so just leave them there. How could you eat with your hands tied like that? I'll figure something out. I cut the rice balls in my hand into small pieces, and then I brought them to Kagura-san's mouth. Didn't you hear me? Please eat, otherwise you'll become ill, won't you? I smiled at him. When I did, he became a wary face and then reluctantly opened his mouth. He chewed it slowly and then swallowed it down his throat with a gulping sound. Ah, delicious. He never did said that in a small voice. Never mind that. Okay. I said nothing and brought rice ball pieces to his mouth with the speed of his eating, and the boy went all quiet each time that I fed him. He passed the time in silence, then the boy finally looked at me firmly. I'm sorry for before. I'm sorry for having said such things. The truth is I haven't eaten anything for almost a whole day. What? Wasn't it tough for you confined in a space like this? When I looked at him closely, his usual wrinkled, closed feet were terribly roughened up. His handsome face also displayed his weariness. His weakness. That weakness? Fuck. No, wariness, I was right. Oh, you have a grain of rice in the corner of your mouth, huh? Where is it? Right here. I removed the grain of rice in the corner of his mouth and brought it to his mouth. The boy licked it off from the pad of my fingers with a small tongue. Sorry. There again, small tongue, small tongue. What's up with the small tongues? A little salty. Kagura-san finally started to return to his normal self, and then he smiled cynically at me. I'm sorry. I cried a little when I was making them, so I couldn't recognize its face. I made you worry. No, Don't worry about me, worry about yourself. I know myself, so I'm fine. But you're a little careless, so don't worry. So I don't worry about you. But thank you, Amana-san. He said that with such a small voice that I almost couldn't hear. It still secretly reached my ear. Chapter 9, I like you. Let's go. More than that, why did you do something so risky? Did I do something that I shouldn't have done? This is I thought. You don't understand anything. You must be a little soft in the head, aren't you? There he goes! Insulting me again. Insulting me again. Why would you do someone saw you in a place like this? No matter how much of a good client you are, if they find you here, you won't get away with it. Well, then I should probably leave. There was no room for me to think that far into it, really. Even if you're a sheltered princess, in Yoshiwara, the rules are outside don't apply. Kagura-san. Though his words were severe, a pure kindness was overflowing from the depths of his eyes. Did this person really care about me so much? I knew Yoshiwara was a scary place. But my feelings worried for you, Kagura-san, were stronger than that. And the truth is, I'm not a good client nor anything of like that. Amana-san, what are you trying to say? If anyone, I had to tell this person. I had to tell them the truth. Made up my mind and received Kagura-san's glance straight on. He does need some punishment. He's been bad. He's been a bad boy. He's bad. You know I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm really, really bad. You know I'm bad. Yeah, bad. Really, really bad. When the whole world asks you that now, when you tell you once again, who's bad? Classic MJ song. Kagura-san looked at the surface of a serene lake. I didn't want to tell him lies in front of him anymore. But how should I tell him? I'm sorry for keeping a secret until now. Were you hiding something from me? Yes. I am a merchant's daughter. I already knew that. I actually saw your store, but I heard that your business is going well and your father is a famous merchant, isn't he? It's not true. Our business is doing well enough to get by without any luxuries. The person that Ira-san mistaken me for my father is an older gentleman who does business with us. So I'm not rich or anything. Also, the money from the banquet on the first day, I happened to receive from a young couple out of gratitude for helping them escape. Was he disgusted by me? Was this the fear in my mind? I looked at Kagura-san's face. Is that all? There's nothing. I feel relieved. Relieved? Was I imagining what I just heard now? Relieved? Why is that? I already felt something strange about it before. From an upstart merchant, you weren't the best at, a bit modest. I didn't really hear much about your famous father, so you noticed it before. No, I wasn't certain. In any case, could you untie this rope? It's starting to make me feel a little numb. Is that okay? I'll retell it myself later. Okay. I went around to Kagura's back and began to untie the rope, binding his arms together. I want to tell you something, too. Please don't say anything, just listen to me. Yes. However, the rope was tied tightly, so I wasn't able to easily untie, so I frantically forced my fingers to untie the rope. Amana-san, I like you. Oh, wow. Well, it took you long enough after all these insults. What? I questioned him back in response to those unexpected words. I finally undid the rope knot and Kagura-san moved his wrist. Looked at me with a stunned face. I said I like you, didn't you hear me? I didn't understand the meaning of this. What was he saying all of a sudden? Was he serious? Could you say that once again? Stop it. I didn't want to see your face, so I had you behind me. The boy held his knees and looked around nervously. This is the first time I had been these feelings. I didn't know what to do. Kagura-san. I called his name. Kagura-san came closer to me. He put his hands that had painfully looking rope marks all over my hands. But it's not because you're rich. It's because you always talk to me with honest feelings. His quietly clear yet melancholy eyes that were the color of the night sky captured my heart. But I had to be a gentleman of the night. Hi, Saru! Hi, welcome, welcome! So if it's like that, I like you or whatever, and then I try to get close to a rich girl like you might feel that I want you to buy my freedom, and I wouldn't like that. I told you before, but I don't think I want someone to buy my freedom. Why is that? I want to live by my own strength. That's the purpose of my studies in martial arts training, then I can work hard. His fingertips just touched me before I held my hands. But his fingers were just skinny before, but they were actually the strong and firm fingers of a man. Rather than being supported, I'd rather support the person I like. I want to be recognized as a real man who can support you. Kagura-san. I held Kagura-san's hand back and nodded deeply. That's why he was so sensitive about having this freedom bought. Wavering between Shio-san's offer and Kagura-san. Probably felt irritated with himself since he still had no power. Amana-san. Thank you for talking to me about it. When the boy opened up to me and talked about his feelings, like he never did before, I noticed a faint warmth that covered my heart. It's the warmth of love. Did I have fallen for him? Amana-san. The boy extended out his hand, and he held my body into his growing chest. Kagura-san's fingers were shaking, and his eyes reflected my appearance were blinking nonstop. I will certainly have to take on a client as a gentleman in a few days, but I like you. You're the one that I want to sleep with. Oh my god. So straightforward. I can say that's one thing I like about him, is he can be very direct. I like a person who's direct with me. I don't like somebody who minces their words around. I like somebody who's very direct with me. If you're direct, then you're great. If you like to play games, I'm not here to play games. Games can be fun sometimes. I don't mind a little bit of a gaming here and there, but I don't like it. I don't like it that much. Rylatu, please. I want you to be my first. As if I didn't know this was gonna happen in the story anyway. Why am I surprised? Yeah, don't beat around the bush with Amana. Just tell me straight up what you want. How do you want it? How do you feel? Coming up in a cash game, God, for real. How do you want it? How do you feel? Sorry. Shout out to Tupac. I want to Ada, but I suck at it. Let's. The voice that reached my ears was so pure, then my heart leaped. Me too. I like you, Kagura-san. Let me try an Ada for you. Ada. Was that good? Was that too breathy? I'm bad at doing Ada, so I don't do them. Okay, let's try one more, because this is fun. Ada. 2. You got 2. It wasn't a lie. It was the first time I've ever felt like this. I didn't expect to hear those words from your mouth. We sat at each other's faces. A paper-framed lantern shined light on us. Kagura-san's wavered in way befitting his name, which is a heat haze in Japanese. It was good? Thank you. Kagura-san. Amana. He called my name without putting san, which made seem unfamiliar to me. Kind of like something between us was breaking away. From now on, our worlds will be a world that Kagura-san and I have never seen before. But I wasn't scared. I wanted to be one with him. Ooh. He held me close and brought his innocent lips close to mine. And then he laid his lips on top of mine. Oh my god. It was a very gentle kiss. His thin lips were soft. And they quivered so much that they tickled me. But it was an invitation to get a hotter and deeper place. I surrounded everything to him just as he wanted. Shio-san and Kagura-san still remained somewhere in the back of my mind, but at that moment our hearts were tied together for the first time. Oh my god, you got a clip of it? Oh no. I'm too scared to listen to it. I swear to give everything for this person. The day after we kissed, I knew Kagura-san's debut was going to be 3 days later. Will I get to finish this before in 30 minutes? I get to finish this in 30 minutes. I don't know, man. Let's see what this Ada Ada sounds like. I like you, Kagura-san. Let me try an Ada Ada for you. Ada Ada. I have no idea how to feel about that. I would have to say that was a pretty good Ada Ada. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good. I liked it. Self-confidence right here. On this day, the full moon shined dimly in the night sky. By the time of Yoshiwara, no one cared about the working of nature. They lit the flame of love and lust to create another world befitting of its name. Ah, finally the day has come. Tonight is a special night. The day that Kagura-san makes his debut. While holding on to indescribable feelings, I head to Kiryu. Welcome, Amano-san. I've been waiting for you. I entered the shop through the entrance and Iro-san welcomed me in a very good mood. It seemed like he already accepted it. Just then the sound of footsteps came down the stairs ringing out. Amano-san, thank you for coming. Kagura-san, please take good care of him. I didn't know how to answer, but yes. This is so embarrassing. Everyone knows I'm going to fuck. It's so embarrassing. What the fuck? What the fuck? I will not guide you to the parlor room. And so I was brought to the parlor room. But since earlier, my heart-pounding beats just wouldn't stop. I tried to make myself look prettier than normal, but I would wonder what Kagura-san looks tonight. As I thought about that, Miss Kagura-san just arrived now. With the attendant's announcement, the sliding door was open. It is I, Kagura. Kagura-san sat on the floor and bowed deeply with 3 fingers on each hand before him. Seeing him like this was intently took my breath away. How beautiful. The gown has made of high-quality white silk and the camellias painted on it. It matched perfectly with his beautiful beauty and grace from which you could feel Kagura-san's sharpness. What happened, Amana? His shapely lips called my name. Ah, I'm sorry, I just forgot my words. I mean, we met so many times. The first time I saw his exposed chest that was so white it gave me chills. And I thought my cheeks were becoming hot, I couldn't even look away. Are you falling in love with me again? Ah! What? What is this feeling? What is this feeling? He's got me! He's got me! He's got me! That was so cute! That was so fucking cute to say! What the fuck? Yes. He got me. He got me. He got me with that one. That was a good one. That was a good one. It's like I just met you for the first time. I said I Kagura-san with stars in my eyes. Heh. You say such cute things sometimes. Well, let's enjoy ourselves. His courtesan outfit is very pretty. It's very cute. I like it. It makes him look more grown. Tonight's the first night for you and me. Yes. I let him softly narrowed eyes and thought they were breathtaking. Certainly at this moment, I may have fallen in love with him again. The banquet proceeded in somewhat quiet fashion. Probably felt like it because of Kagura-san who was right next to me. There was no dancing, singing, or music. None of the sounds came to my ears. Amana, I still wasn't used to it. Stop catcalling me, Epic Games. Can't catcall me while I'm with Kagura. Kagura. Wrong one. Whenever he called my name without the san, my heart beat so fast that it felt like it was about to jump out of my chest. Suddenly, Kagura-san brought his thin shoulders closer to mine. Kagura-san, may I hold your hand? Go ahead. His long fingers I could see from his sleeve covered my hand. You really look like you're experiencing everything for the first time today. But I also feel the same way. I couldn't really understand what he was trying to say, so I looked into Kagura-san's face. When I peered into his face, the depths of his night sky eyes looked moist. His fingers intertwined themselves with my fingers. I could feel him shaking from a place where we were connected, and I knew that we were both nervous. I don't know whether to be scared or happy that this day has come. Suddenly his lips came close to my eyes. While his tense small voice slipped from his lips, I remember the feeling of our kiss from a few days ago. Amana, I want to be together with you, just the two of us as soon as possible. Just the two of us? Soon? Sooner? The banquet finally came to an end. After everyone left, Kagura-san pulled my hand into the room. Shall we go into the bedroom? Not moist. Moist. That was disgusting. I'm so sorry you had to hear that. Then he opened the sliding door that continued through the inner chambers. In the bedroom, incense was being burned. An iridescent sweet smelling filled the air of the room. Man, I should burn some incense. I have some incense in my house. I should burn some incense. Just to kind of like get a feel. Oh, I forgot how much I love the smell of incense. Do you like incense? In the presence of the freshly made bed in the front of the glided folding screen. I tightly held Kagura-san's hand back, and then, I've been wanting to see you for a long time now. Along with his thin voice that seemed to force from his lips, he held me passionately. Kagura-san, Amana, for the past few days I've been thinking of you. Even at the banquet we just had, I was fretting over how to suppress my feelings. I'm strange, right? But I don't hate it. Kagura-san shrugged his shoulders in embarrassment. No, you're not at all strange. I also feel the same way. All I could do was stare at him, and I waited impatiently for the time that we could be alone together. So I wasn't the only one. With his deep embrace, a gentle feeling came inside of me. I was loved by this person. It was a joy that I never felt before. Amana. Suddenly his eyes emitted a serious flash of light. Are you sure that you won't regret this? If you go forward with this, I'll take something important from you. I will never regret it. But as the gentleman of the night, even though I shall relieve my own powers someday, I may hurt your feelings before that day comes. Are you okay with that? I won't say it again. I won't think about the future now. I just want to be with Kagura-san. I quietly closed my eyes. My lips were then covered with a soft feeling. This was the third kiss we've exchanged. Amana. When I opened my eyes, the person I loved was right before my eyes. His fingers smoothly extended towards the bottoms at my chest. One by one, he unfastened my buttons, moved his hands in a respectfully polite manner. Just as I thought, the boy's fingers had touched my exposed soft skin. Oh my god! Oh, wow! Wow! In that very moment, my body was laid down on the bed. Plunk. And that's the sound it makes. Something rolled in my pocket and fell to the floor. This is from the fair. Kagura-san picked up the Komochi red shell. You brought this with you. Today is my first night, Kagura-san, so I want it to be more beautiful than usual, at least for tonight. But I couldn't get color very well. Embarrassed, I looked away from the boy. I noticed, for someone like you who never wears makeup to try to entice me by putting rouge on your lips, it makes me happy. Kagura-san. Kagura-san's eyes blinked alluringly. I would apply the rouge for you. Kagura-san quickly licked his pinky finger with his red tongue and mixed the gold color of the edge of the shell. In that area, he touched it with the finger of a vivid red, slowly started on to form. Oh, that is such a cute art. It is such cute art. His bright red dyed fingers then softly kissed my lips. I'm hot. Oh, I feel hot. My fingers, my face, inside of my chest. On my lips that he kissed earlier. His pinky slowly applied the rouge. You're shaking. Stay like this and don't close your eyes. Your mouth. From the corners of my mouth to its plump center. His pinky touched my lips as if they were caressing them. These lips of yours, tonight they will become mine. Please give me your everything. As I looked into his passion-filled eyes. I'm not reading that. My nether regions became hot. Okay, I read it. Yes, Kagura-san. Now it will become yours. As we kissed, my red-colored lips became hot and wet, and with his unsteady caress, my body opened up and I experienced the pain of losing one's virginity. Oh my god. In the precious arms of the person that I loved. Tweet, 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 tweet. Oh man, I miss you, Twitter. I miss when you used to be called tweets. Now they're called X's. I can faintly hear the sounds of birds singing from the outside. Before I knew it, I was waking up from my slumber in Kagura-san's arms with the silk feeling of skin against mine. I wish that I could stay like this for a while. It was a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling to wake up with you in my arms like this. With a happy smile on his face, the boy combed my hair with his hands. Me too. As he said at me, my memory of last night became clear in my mind. I felt embarrassed, but I was so happy. Maybe it's because I felt relieved to be with you. But I had a dream where I remembered something from my far past. A dream. The nostalgic look in his eyes, Kagura-san whispered in my ear. Yes, I remember my family from a long time ago. Can I tell you about it? Yes. To be honest, I had always hated my father. He was a good-looking drunk. My mother was a woman who devoted myself to my father. But she didn't have the confidence to hold down the man that she had. So she couldn't say anything to him no matter what he did. Looked away from me inside in a self-deprecating way. I was sold to the district when I was little, so all I can remember of my parents. Kagura-san. My sister was married to a foreigner after he was captivated by her beauty. Oh my god, more rain! More rain! More rain! Oh my god, welcome Raiders! You are in for a treat? You are... You guys just, I'm glad you guys came in a little bit later, because if you came in earlier, it would have been wild. Thank you for subscribing! Thank you, Mora! You're such a sweetie! You missed sexy time. You missed sexy time. I don't know if that's what you wanted to hear, but you missed it. This is a mature rated game. I am falling in love with courtesans. Which if you don't know what a courtesan is like a gentleman of the night. This is my gentleman of the night, Kagura-san. And we both lost our virginities to each other. So that was interesting. Feel so embarrassed talking about other people, talking to other people about this. My sister and father were nothing but looks. We've always been complimented on my appearance, but it's actually turned me off. Kagura-san, aren't you always knowledgeable in scholarly pursuits and materials? And martial arts? Not materials. There was kissing! There was kissing! There was lots of kissing! There was lots of kissing. There was kissing, yes. It was our third kiss. It was our third kiss. We hadn't kissed a lot before that. Yes, I don't want to become a person who has nothing but looks. I've been trying to work together harder to be better than anyone else in my studies and skills. Maybe that's the reason. When I saw Kagura training himself, even though I was sold this kind of place, I admired him. I wish I could be like him. His expression turned to look a bit of admiration from the person he admitted, which touched my heart. When I have someone that I love in the future, I want her to see my heart. Kagura-san. That's why you like Kagura-san so much. Okay, there are two characters who have very similar names. We have Kagura-san, who is literally his senpai, or the person he looks up to, kind of like an older brother. And then we have Kaguro, who is the main guy that we're in his route right now. So there's a difference. They have different names, but it sounds very similar. At least in my mind, Kagura and Kaguro are like the same fucking thing. I want to learn about things under his tutelage, but he told me that I need to leave the nest. I was inconvenienced for him, wasn't I? No, that's not it. Kagura-san asked me to take good care of you many times, Kagura-san. Kagura-san opened his eyes wide as if he couldn't believe what I just said. Kagura-san said such a thing? Geez, what's his deal? Why don't you tell him that honestly? He's terrible at handling these things. But aren't you the same, Kagura-san? Why? Why have I ever done something like that? But you're always teasing me, Kagura-san. You always said such harsh things to me. Really? I guess love is a very difficult thing. What do you mean? What do you mean? You were being mean to me. You were bullying me. He's a tsundere. Well, he was a tsundere. Now he's in love with me, so he's not a tsundere anymore. But he was such a douchebag to me in the beginning. He was such a jerk. The more I love you, the more confused I got. I've learned that for the first time after meeting you. Is that so? Super soon. That's right. He called me a country bumpkin. And told me that I was wasting my looks. It was rude. Was he saying that all with harsh words? He said that until now is a sign of his love? It is really. Before I met you, I felt okay as long as I could study and practice martial arts. I never thought that I would want love. As he stared at me, Kagura-san beamed with a mischievous look on his eyes. Hey, Amana. I want to kiss you. Oh, I want you to kiss me. Kagura-san. Because I love you. Oh. Because I want you. Not with like 9 raiders. He was incredibly gentle glance enveloped me. So if you love me, please kiss me. Should I kiss him? Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. It's embarrassing, so please close your eyes. No. Motherfucker was like, no, I want to see your eyes. If I did that, then I wouldn't be able to see your red face. Though his mind was straight like a sword, he was unable to express his feelings honestly. Hurry up and do it. Yes. As the boy smiled, I softly pressed my lips on his cheek. It tickles. You can do my lips too. Damn! He don't beat around the bush at all. He's like, thanks for the cheek kisses. Okay, now kiss me on the lips. I'll do that next time. When I saw him raise his voice in laughter, I felt it again. I was in love with him. I loved him uncontrollably. When we fully enjoyed our post-coitus coital moments. I've never read post-coital. I've never read that's like the first time I've ever seen that word written out. Then we made ourselves presentable and left the bedroom. I will see you off at the gate today. You don't need to do that. Is that enough for me to take care at the entrance of the shop? Kagura-san, who pulled my hand, looked back at me. That's what I want to do. I want to spend as much time with you as possible. and as so we headed towards the entrance. Kagura-san came to us from down the hall with a distressed look on his face. Oh, Kagura-san, good morning. Kagura, Kagura-san briefly greeted us and lowered his head in front of me. I'm sorry for giving you a hard time, Amana. What do you mean? Just then I could hear the sound of many people running. A bunch of women was racing towards us with the direction of Kagura-san came in. Who are they? I'll be Kagura-san's second client. No, I'll be one. I have laid my eyes on the boy since he was a young boy. Ooh. Ooh. Yo, lady, you're weird. You're a weirdo. The high fever. Oh no, chapter 11. Who are these women? Hey Kaguro, you're free tonight, aren't you? I'm already said that I'm going to be a second client. You even know how much time I spent on Kaguro so far? The woman kept fighting over Kaguro-san, but for some reason I heard the fighting as if they were happening in a far-off world. My client from last night is still here, so you don't mind if we have a chat, do you? Kaguro-san, please let me buy you tonight. It was going to be brought with money, but a woman other than myself. Kagura-san was going to be bought. My head was completely white. That's right. He made his debut. He made his VTubing debut. He VTubed debuted and now all the women want him. They're like, oh my god, Kagura-san, please. Please. I subbed. Which means that, like it or not, it had to start with working as a gentleman of the night from now on. This person would be going to a place that's beyond my reach. I've already decided I wouldn't regret anything no matter what happened, but I didn't even try to think about such a simple consequences. Amana. My view went completely white. Amana! Amana! Kaguro-san. I don't know what happened. I felt like my consciousness is slipping away. Then I fainted. Where am I? And then I hit the ground. Bam! He's debuted. Now he can be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Hello, it's me, Kagura-san. Have you heard of the amazing game that is Raid of the Shadow Legends? It's a game where I have no idea what you do in that game, actually. When I woke up, I found myself down in an unfamiliar place. My body felt terribly fatigued. My consciousness was not very clear. Why is this warm feeling in my right hand? Nah. I do a lot of nah sounds. Next to me was Kaguro-san, who was asleep while covering my head with both of his hands. Kaguro-san? I lifted my upper body. A wet towel fell off my forehead. Huh, Amana? Did you wake up? What am I doing in a place like this? Don't you remember? You suddenly collapsed in the hallway of the shop. Oh. My memory started to come back to me. That's right. I lost consciousness while listening to those women argue. You've been taking care of me the whole time since then. There's no way I could do that. I just stopped by to check up on you. Then I took a close look at his face and he had circles under his eyes. Your towel is quite warm. I will change your water soon. Kagura-san took a bucket near me and my pillow and left the room. Perhaps I was shaken that I collapsed, though I was something that I've already knew. The sliding door was quickly opened and Kagura-san came back into the room. I will change your towel now. Kagura-san wrung the towel like it was a cold water and then carefully put it on my forehead. It felt cool. What happened after that? You collapsed yesterday morning, and you slept all day until now. You have a high fever. We couldn't move you, so we brought you here temporarily. That's what happened. When I looked around, I saw that I was very plain and simple room. Its impression was very different from the rooms that I saw in Curio before. This is a spare room where the shop assistant can sleep for the night. I was worried because you were groaning in your sleep the whole time. I'm sorry for causing you trouble. I'll be going back soon, so... I tried to lift my body out of bed. Don't push yourself. Your temperature still hasn't calmed down. Kagura-san embraced my shoulder and quietly put me back in bed. And I'm the one who needs to apologize. Kagura-san. I knew that I would be hurt you like this, but I still fell in love with you. Aww, he held my hand to show me that he was truly sorry from the bottom of his heart. But I'm the one who didn't do enough. Surely, I should have been ready for this. I don't understand at all. What if it really means to love a gentleman of the night? Please rest for a while until your temperature goes down. I will inform your family about what happened. Okay. Please don't push yourself too much. This kindness was actually painful for me. It pained me to be such a kind person worry. I'm sorry. I continued to breathe slowly. The graceful touch of my hand was once again covered by Kagura-san's hand. That was the only thing that could bring me relief. As I closed my feverish eyelids, I fell back asleep. The next day, I woke up, but my temperature still didn't go down. Rather, I feel like my fever was worse than yesterday. Is there no one here? With my joints in pain, I crawled my body to look outside the gaps of the sliding door. Amana, what are you doing here? Lie down and stay in bed. Kagura-san. Kagura-san found me like he came into this room. I'm sorry. I thought there wasn't anyone here. No, I'm sorry for that. Is it because I left the room? Kagura-san rushed towards me and immediately carried me to bed. You smell good. It's because I was out in the back gardening picking flowers. A small purple flower was blooming in Kagura-san's hands. It was a cute flower whose name I did not know. This woman is pretty dearly. So I look at flowers and get well soon. Then my hand a single flower that you put in front of me. It's a beautiful flower, thank you. Oh, he got me flowers. Thank you, Kagura-san. I appreciate the unknown flower that is purple. It's nothing. Am I gonna die? Like, high fevers can lead to death. I'm dying. As long as you smile and get a little better. Kagura-san then used his fingers to tidy up the bangs that were being ruffled while I was asleep. But Kagura-san, are you okay to stay with me all like this? You must have your job and training to do. Work. When I said that, I felt a sharp pain in my chest. He was a person of the red light district. If I paid a great deal of money, he would have to sell one night of love to a woman. He was no longer someone who existed only for me. You mean my night services? I refused all of them. Don't worry. Kagura-san. I felt relieved to hear him say that. Was it selfish of me? But is it okay for you to do that? Won't this extend this time until your retirement? I don't mind if it takes longer than usual. I'm much more worried about your health. How do you feel now? I feel worse than yesterday. That worries me. Excuse me for a moment. Kagura-san lifted my bangs and then... Aww! Such cute art. Okay, so how is he should have lifted up his forehead. Put his entire forehead over mine. Kagura-san's face was so close to me that I could feel his breath. I heard my chest. My heart was beating so quickly that I wondered if it might stop after this. My consciousness remained in a feverish daze. I am. What? I don't know what time this time period is. I don't know what this time period is. I could have a high fever and die, for all I know. Like I'm some Victorian child. I could die of a high fever. I was in the state for a long time that it felt like an entirety. You seem to have a high fever. Kagura-san quickly drew his head back. I don't know why, but I sighed. I'll talk to the doctor who takes care of the people in Kiryu. Well, I've been called by Ira-san, so I'll be going for a bit. Please rest well. Yes. After Kagura-san left the room, I stared at the flowers that he gave me. The flower stretched straight out, and the flower bloomed at the end, calmly cast its head down. It's not too assertive yet imperish appearance. Remind me of Kagura-san. He's a kind person. But even after a few days in that state, instead of getting better, my health got worse. I almost dropped the spoon that was in my hand. Are you okay? Kagura-san put away the tray that was on my knees. Then he rushed me to rub my back. I'm sorry. You went through the trouble of bringing me rice porridge. Don't worry about it. But you have to at least eat a little to gain your strength. On top of the tray was put on the side, there was medicine wrapped in paper. I received a fever reduction pill from the doctor. So you need to eat this and take this medicine. I'm sorry, my body hurts. I didn't want to worry him, but my exhausted body wouldn't listen to me. Give me your spoon and I'll cool it down a little. I'm telling you, I'm gonna die. Goodbye, Kagura-san. Goodbye. It was nice knowing you. I'm glad I lost my virginity before I died. He took the spoon from my hand and then scooped it up a spoonful of rice porridge. Kagura-san blew on it to cool it down. Amana, will you open your mouth? Yes, yes. He brought one hand near my mouth while also bringing the spoon to my mouth. The white porridge passed slowly down my throat. Okay. Okay. Well. That sounds wrong. I know I won't die. It's not, there's no bad endings in this game. But wouldn't it be funny if I did? I think it'd be really funny if I just died. That's right, it's okay to take a little bit of time. After that, Kagura-san brought a spoon to my mouth to match the pace of my eating. Don't push yourself. When I choked up a little, he rubbed my back for me. He diligently took care of me. Thanks to him, I ate 20% of the porridge. That's a specific number, 20%. That's like an odd number. You should have said 25%, a quarter of the porridge. I don't know what 20% is. What's 20% of porridge? I can't do that math. VTuber math. What's 20% of porridge? I don't know. There's only one thing left in the medicine. It's the medicine. It's gonna be difficult to swallow, but please be patient. Then Kagura-san put the pill and gulped the water from a teacup into his mouth. Then he brought it to his face close to mine. Kagura-san. I accepted his kiss. Not him putting the pill in his mouth and then giving it to me like mouth to mouth. Man, what if everyone just took pills that way? Just mouth to mouth pills. Cold water flowed into my throat from his lips. He then pushed the pill into my mouth with his tongue. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's... Yeah, he can do... What? Perhaps because of the fever, the water goes down my throat and should have been cold, but it was hot. Whew. Something soft and warm intertwined myself with my tongue in the pill. Were you just trying to get me to take the pill? Or because it was hard to breathe, I let out a gap and then swallowed the pill. My lips had been released and then I sighed. Imagine doctor's appointments. That's how you get more sick. You get more sick by feeding each other pills through mouth-to-mouth contact. That's how you get more sick. That's how you get more sick people. I can't see him directly. You did a good job swallowing it. Well, you know how mama can be. You did a good job swallowing it. I hope it makes your temperature go down. Kagura-san's eyes were generally concerned for me. After that, he laid my body down and combed my hair many times. Kagura-san. Thank you. Unable to inform the words that I wanted to say to him, I fell into an unconscious slumber. Oh, I'm so close. I'm so close. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Chapter 12, The Happiness. Okay, back. Two days later, since he couldn't just watch me grow weaker with each passing day, Kagura-san asked the doctor to come and see me, but if the pill I gave you didn't work, all we can do is see how things will go from here. Is that it? In any case, you should get plenty of rest. Take care. I heard the sound of the sliding door closing. Did the doctor go back? Amana. Kagura-san sat beside me and held my hand. Kagura-san. I tried to hold my hazy consciousness and look up at Kagura-san, because he had been foregoing sleeping to take care of me. His eyes had sunken and he looked very weary. Please don't make such a sad face. I tried to hold his hand back, but I didn't have the strength, and all I can do is was weakly grabbed his hands. Amana. Kagura-san then gently covered my fingers with his hand. Amana. I'll definitely find a way to make you feel better. What was he thinking about? When I closed my eyes, Kagura-san quietly left the room. And a few days later, I brought a Western doctor with me. I'm coming in. Amana, you'll surely get better now. My body was hot. While barely conscious, I heard the sound of a sliding door being opened. It was Kagura-san and Kaguro-san. And some other people. I have something to do. I have something to do, so I'm going back to my room, but let me know if you need anything. Ah, thank you. Amana-san, are you okay? This is worse than I thought. Shio-san? When I looked back with my blurred vision, I saw Shio-san and an unfamiliar foreign doctor looking at me. Why was Shio-san here? Then I recalled the memory that's right. Her offered to buy his freedom. I couldn't persuade him in the end, but for Kagura-san and Shio-san to meet again. Amana, do you already know my sister? Kaguro, I spoke with Amana about buying your freedom. I asked her to help me persuade you. Sister, did you do that without saying anything to me? Kagura-san glared at Shion with a bitter look on his face, but more than that, she needs to be seen by the doctor first. Doctor, please help Amana. Kagura-san desperately bowed to the foreign doctor. Was this Kagura-san that I know? I didn't expect him to see him doing such things. I'll take responsibility and examine her so everything will be fine. But please lift up your head. I'm sorry, Kagura. We'll talk about this later. While looking at Shio-san, Kagura-san stroked my face. No need to worry anymore. The doctor came from the west and he's a skilled physician. Okay. My throat was still wheezing with difficulty. The gentle colors of the boy's eyes filled my mind with feeling of peace. I'm dying of COVID, guys. I'm dying. It's been like, what, 2 chapters of being sick? Please take a look at her. Because the doctor needs to examine me, Kagura-san left the room. I need to speedrun this. I gotta speedrun this because I gotta get out of here. I think I'm almost done. Doctor examined me. I look at Shio-san. I'm sorry. If only I was able to better persuade Kagura-san. Dying of the cooties. I'm dying of cooties. Yeah. He gave me the cooties. Okay, give me a second. It's okay, you don't need to apologize. I heard from Kaguro about what happened between you and him. Shio-san, that's... They didn't have gloves back in the day. They didn't have gloves back in the day. I'm sorry. This is because I asked too much of you. Shio-san's face became clouded with remorse. I was contacted by him day before yesterday. He wanted me to help you. Kaguro-san asked you to help me? Yes, this doctor's an acquaintance of my husband. They've always been taking care of me. An acquaintance of her husband. Kaguro-san knew that I had an acquaintance who was a doctor, so when I showed how desperate he was, I knew it immediately. You guys love each other. That's what happened. Kaguro-san, whether it's about buying his freedom or anything else, he said that he hated to depend on someone else. But for me, I see. The fact that you continue to have fever with these symptoms makes me a little difficult. Left the medicine that you need in the bag outside, so I'm going to go get it. Okay. Then the foreign doctors try to leave the room. You finish your examination. Kaguro-san seemed to have been waiting outside the room the whole time. I'll explain the details of her illness later. Please wait in the room for a bit. Doctor left Kaguro-san in the room. An awkward atmosphere flowed through the plain-looking room. Sister, thank you. With his head down, Kaguro-san spoke in a small voice. You helped me despite the fact that I didn't even try to hear you out. It's okay. I'm doing this because I want to. I also caused problems for Amana-san. I don't mind at all. So Kaguro, did you consider an offer to buy your freedom? Nah. While sitting on his knees, Kaguro-san formed his hands into a fist on top of his knees. This is a completely different story. Okay, I understand. Then let's talk about it later. A little. You can give me your replies later. Shio-san started to talk about a serious look on her face. After you're taken to Kiryu, I fell in love with a certain gentleman on this island. We vowed to stay together in the future, but the expression on her face as she remembered the past became tinged with pain. We ran away from this island with a small boat, but we were adrift after being drawn into a whirlpool. At the time, my current husband was passing by his boat, and thanks to his care, I was saved. But the gentleman who I ran away with didn't make it. Thanks to my husband, we were able to draw his final breath in peace. What are you trying to say? There's a big whirlpool between the island and the mainland, so it's very difficult to get to the mainland without using the official route. Shio-san signed once and then stared straight at me and Kaguro-san. You guys still don't understand anything at all. I understand that you're in love with each other, but on this island, if a couple were to be happy together, what I was trying to say is that you have to risk your life. I looked at her serious face. I remember the young couple that I once before I know Nari's shrine. At the time, their eyes were fever hot. Is that what it was? If they're able to fulfill their emotions, then they don't mind risking their lives. Just experiencing that painful feeling was enough for me. I don't want you guys to risk your lives to fulfill your love, sister. So please, accept my offer to buy your freedom. When Shion grabbed the hem of Kaguro's clothing, that's selfish of you. Kaguro-san? I looked up at him with his eyes that were moist from the fever. Kaguro-san fiercely glared at Shion-san with his sharp eyes. That, you're glossing over it, aren't you? But Kaguro, I'm thinking of your happiness, so... Then what about my feelings? Are you saying that without someone else's help, I can't even make the person that I love happy? That's wrong. Unless Kaguro-san loves me, I am happy. Kaguro-san, please listen to me. Please calm down and think about it. I lifted my body in pain from the fever and extended a hand out to Kaguro-san. Amana. His gentle lips touched my hands. Kaguro-san held my hands with both of his hands like he was hugging it. And he laid a kiss on my hand. Amana. Kaguro-san just found that it was difficult to honestly show his emotion, but... Excuse me, I'm back now. Everyone in the room focused on their attention to the doctor who came in for the entrance. Oh my, is this a bad time? No, it's okay. Shion, may I have a word with you? The doctor seemed to be whispering something in Shion's ears. Was he speaking in a foreign language? Shion then spoke to him in the same language. What happened? Before I asked where I could draw cold water from the backyard, and someone replied perfectly in my mother language, so I was wondering who that was. If that's the case, and that might be Kagura-san. Kagura, huh? Well, he's incredible. In any case, you guys were in the middle of a conversation, weren't you? It's fine, we're finished already. Yes. Really? Well, I'll just go back to examining her. The foreign doctor took a bottle of pills from out of his bag. First, you should take these pills after each meal, and you'll see how things are going from there. Okay, thank you so much. After that, the foreign doctor asked me 2 or 3 questions, and then he left the room with Shion-san. But Kagura-san was staring at the sliding door where Shion-san and the foreign doctor left, though the whole time he had a stern look on his face. We're almost done! We're almost done! Chapter 13, I want to know you more. Is that what it said? And so I passed a number of days sick in the bed and cure you. I'm gonna draw some cold water, so let me change the towel on your forehead. Okay. Damn, it's been 3 chapters and I'm still fucking sick. I'm still a Victorian child and I'm still sick. What the fuck? A doctor saw me, a foreign doctor saw me. I'm still dying of the flu. In the new towel was placed on my forehead to feel reassuring. The temperature will still go down, but I feel better and I think I can at least walk today. Really, that sounds good. Hey, look at this. Kagura started taking a bouquet of flowers and began putting the flowers in a vase. I picked some flowers from the backyard today too. These flowers are, the purple flowers that remind me of Kagura-san. Kagura-san, thank you. For my sake, you took care of me all day long. I felt warm well up in my heart when I looked at the flowers. What happened? His slim fingers didn't wipe something from the corner of my eyes. That's when I noticed that I was crying. It's strange as I felt happy though. Does continuous fever make it so that I can cry easily? You can't help it. It looks like you have a fever now. Look. Kagura took a single flower from the vase and put it in my hair. Kagura-san. Crying isn't going to help you get better. Yeah, but at least keep your eyes feeling bright. You should get better already. When you do, why don't we go out to the fair again sometimes? Yes, that sounds nice. Did he smile peacefully like that before? In a matter of days, I came to know many things about Kagura-san that I didn't know before. When I truly suffered, he wouldn't say anything harsh to me. He always dedicated himself to my care. It would be nice to go and see the cherry blossoms. Yes. There are so many places that I want to go with you. I want to know you more. I want you to know me more. Me too. We should get well soon. But my condition was the temperature was showing no sign of coming down. Are you okay with your upper body raised like this? I wipe your body down a little. Yes, I'm okay. Kagura-san rolled up his sleeve and wiped my arm with a towel. Then Kagura, Amana-san, the doctor's coming. May I come in? Kagura-san's voice rang in the opening door. Amana-san, how do you feel? It's been a few days, hasn't it? I've come to check up on you. The doctor from the other day and Shion showed up with Kagura-san. I heard from the Kagura-san that you've gotten a little better. How do you feel? Yes. I feel better than before, but, well, may I examine you? The doctor took his medical instrument out of his bag. Please take a look at her. Hey, Amana-san, lift up your body a little more. Kagura-san put a towel that was using to wipe me back into the water bucket. And he put his arms around my back to lift up my body. Oh, you're Kagura-kun, right? Thank you for your help. And how do you feel? She can eat meals, and I can make her take her medicine every day. Her high fever continues throughout the day, but she's relatively stable at night. Yes, it was Kagura, as Kagura said. I see. What do you think? I took my arm and checked my pulse. In front of me, Kagura-san stared at us as the doctor performed his examination. Amana-san's been taking care of you. He's been taking care of you with great care. You are precious to him. Huh? The doctor looked at us and smiled brightly. Kagura-san is still young and is devoted to you. Don't you think so? I felt my cheeks would turn red if I voiced anything, so I quietly nod. Is that so? I immediately touched the flowers that was placed in my hair. This flower that Kagura-san picked for me. He has a beautiful heart. I wonder what the smile naturally came across my face when I talked about him. Did he put these flowers in the vase? The flowers pointing out that it was near the window. Yes. said that they were beautiful flowers, so he's been picking them up for me ever since then. Doctor laughed cheerfully together with Shion, who was behind him. Ah, they're truly beautiful. I thought they were gonna be like, the flowers are making you sick. I thought they were gonna be like, the flowers are making you sick. That's why you've been down with the sickness. Because I was like, ooh, wah, ah, ah, oh. You know I'm down with the sickness. I'm down with the sickness. Nobody knows that song. Nobody knows that song. You guys met in the wrong place. If you guys met outside this island, you could have spent more happy days together. Shut up, Doctor! You know that song? I'm glad somebody knows that song. There's no woman that would be fine with having the man she loves with another woman. That's right, no matter what devoted this to me, Kagura-san was a gentleman of the night. What's the doctor talking about? The doctor needs to mind his own goddamn fucking business. The doctor needs to mind his business. The doctor looked at us one by one with serious eyes. It's good that he's here now. This is important to me. You should hear about your illness. Is it okay for you not to ask people to leave the room? He spoke too slowly and he was clearly understood. Region Shonin and Kagura was looking down sadly in the back of the room. I understand what you mean, but I'm okay. Alright, the doctor took one large breath. I want you to listen to me calmly. The truth is that this time you two can be together will not be long. Huh? Doctor, what did you say? Instantly my vision in my eyes and my head went completely white. Wouldn't it be long? Kagura-san and I. The time we can be together. Wait, what do you mean by that? Kagura-san's voice brought my consciousness back to reality. I kept looking down and... Mara-san's fever has caused the chronic illness she had since she was born to worsen. If I noticed earlier, we would have gotten controlled with medicine, but it's progressed this far. So what are you trying to say? Not realizing my fingers grabbed Kagura-san's hand. It was scary. I didn't want to hear it, but... I got... I've got 6 months to live! I fucking knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew I was gonna die! I knew I was gonna die! The twist is that I die early? What the fuck? What? 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 No! Huh? What are you saying? You're a skilled Western doctor, aren't you? Kagura-san scrawled at the doctor and shook his shoulders. Don't say such a strange joke. Is it true? Kagura-san was waiting near the sliding door and had heard everything, finally spoke. Yes, even Western medicine is something that we can do. In my unclear state of consciousness, I saw Kagura place his hand on Kagura-san's crescent shoulder. Kagura, you can't be here in a red light district with her in a critical condition like this, like that. You should leave immediately and be with Amana-san. You have to choose what you think is the best way for these 6 months. 6 months left. Is that all the time that Kagura-san and I can be together for? No, it can't be true. It can't just be. I don't even have enough time to have a baby. There's not even plenty of time to have a baby. 6 months? I'm dead. Some kind of bad dream. Kagura-san, what are you saying? I can't do that in the first place. No, Kagura. I can't get you out of here right now, can I? With her eyes filled with tears, Shio-san stared at us. But for me, this didn't feel at least a bit real. Could you give us a moment? In the suffocating silence, the only thing that I heard was Kagura-san's quiet murmurs. The two of us were left alone in the room. The silence was painful. I couldn't think of anything. Would you bring me to the garden? Amana. I can't see the sky from here and it's difficult to breathe. Do you feel okay? Yes. Kagura-san carried me in his arms to the garden. He then draped the ground over me and we sat on the edge of the hallway. The outside world that I didn't see for a while, the green water, the tall sky were all full of life. It's so beautiful, but my body, in the future, I won't be able to live with Kagura-san. I only have 6 months left. Those words were said to remind me in the heart that was meant for someone else. Is it because of the fun so far, hasn't it? Only a short time has passed since I met you, Kagura-san, but we walked around town and went to the fair together. We confirmed our love to each other. It was really fun for me. Tears came flooding out of my eyes like tear ducts were broken. Honestly, I'm gonna cry. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? I'm gonna cry. Amana. Kagura-san, who was snuggling his shoulders up against me in silence until now, hugged my body tightly. It's okay to cry. I can't believe I'm fucking dying. I'm not crying yet, but I feel like I should be crying. How could he be so kind? When I first met him, I had no idea that was behind his harsh words. Laid a heart this pure. Kagura-san. His arms wanted me to make sure that I felt our skin could melt into each other. It felt warm. I want to stay in his arms forever. Don't try to be tough. Even if it's 6 months left, I just want to stay here forever and ever. Till I expire. We held each other for a long time after confirming each other's existence. I was a fool. I know, I wanted a twist! And this is the worst twist of all time! This is the worst twist of all time! I didn't even notice that they were most important to me. His hands, which would gently stroke my back, suddenly stopped. Amana, I want you to marry me. What? Me? I can't do that. Why? But I won't be around for much longer. Even if we do, that will only make you sad in the end. I don't like that. I don't like that, not at all. Tears flowed down my eyes once again. I cried so much that it was because it's hard to breathe. It wouldn't just stop. It doesn't matter. The most important thing for me is to be with you, Amana. Kagura-san. Kagura-san. No. The strength of his arms was what embraced my body. It has completely changed from that boy to the man. The voice which he whispered in my ears was gentle in every respect. I'll never leave you, I swear. Will you not regret your words? Suddenly, Kagura-san spoke with me from the shadows of the hallway. Kagura-san, why are you here? I'm not the only one here. Kagura, when I looked back, I could see not only Kagura-san, but also the doctor and Shiro-san. Sister. Kagura-san looked at Shiro-san and twisted his mouth like he was reluctant to say anything. It's okay, Kagura, you can say anything, you know. I know it's selfish of me, but for Amana's sake, please pay for my freedom. I can't just stand having the person I love suffer alone in an unknown place. If she will suffer, I want to share both her pain and happiness with me. Oh my god, that's so fucking sweet. Kagura. Yes, you finally got it. These are your true feelings. Suddenly the atmosphere completely changed. What? Finally got it. Why was the doctor smiling? Not just the doctor, but Shion and Kagura-san too. Everyone. I'm sorry, Kagura-san. I heard about you from them and ended up becoming a compliance. Wait a minute! I'm not dying! This is all an elaborate ruse! This was all a ruse! No, they fucking lied to me! Wait a fucking minute! Wait a minute! Wait a fucking minute! Yo, that's really fucked up. Yo, that's fucked up. No, that's a fucked up thing to do to somebody. No, that's really fucked up. Wait, let's talk about it. What the fuck? It was all an act. We did it to make you realize your true feelings. So what about my illness? It's a common epidemic disease in the West. You'll be fine. Your temperature will go down in 3 days. Huh? It was a lie. I don't like the real twist whatsoever because of the Leo 6 months to live prank. Absolute classic. I wanted drama, but this is not the kind of drama I wanted. I didn't want to be lied to. No way. Wait, so you mean that everyone conspired to deceive us? This was all... Don't you think this is good lies and bad lies? I can't believe this. You guys are actually terrible for making her suffer with that lie. I'm sorry, but Kagura... Kagura-san stood quietly in the infuriating Kagura-san. You're the one who kept lying to your own feelings, Kagura. I saw that you said I wasn't gonna die, but then I was like, no. I was like, and then it said 6 months to live, and I was like, Bia lied to me. A person's life may come to an end tomorrow or 1 year later. You just don't know. If you would regret it, then you should follow the answer that you found just now. I didn't teach you the scholarly studies and martial arts for your useless pride. Kagura-san. The area was once again visited by silence, but it was heavy like before. Like it was filled with kindness. Let me think about it for a while. Kagura-san said only that, and then he left the room. Last chapter, baby! The twist was that Beal didn't lie to me. The wedding! The last chapter. 3 days after that, my temperature went down just as the doctor said, and I was able to go home. And even though I was working at home, I want you to marry me, Amana. All I could think about was the words he said to me at that time. After that, Kagura-san said that he needed more time to think and avoid any direct answers. And I still didn't want to ask him for his answer. While thinking such things, hey Amana, there's something amazing coming for you at the front of the store. Mother, what happened? She opened the door and called me with a wide-eyed surprise. Just come quickly, yes. My mother pulled me out of my hand and ran to the entrance of the store. There I saw some people that I shouldn't be here, and a certain somebody that shouldn't be here. They were definitely all right before my eyes. This is walking slowly, step by step. There's reality or a dream. Under a clear sky, over the bridge to the market. Looked like a scene taken out of a picture scroll. Courtesan procession heading towards us, and the gentleman of the night was a pigeon-toed gat. Under a parcel was Kagura! Kagura-san! Though surprised by all of this, I was only captivated by the only worldly beauty of the boy I presented in his limber strength. And our eyes met. It was like he was testing me. The cunning glance of his clearly belonged to the boy that I was familiar with. But why did he come all the way here? Before I knew it, people gathered in the market was buzz of activity. But the procession stood right in front of me. Kagura-san? Amana, I've come to pick you up. What? I've come here for you. But why the courtesan procession? Is it okay for you to leave Yoshiwara? I wanted you to see me in the courtesan's procession once before the end. I begged for this until they gave in. The end. The boy straightened his back as if it was normal. And from that line that was formed behind him, Kagura-san, the doctor, and Shio-san came from me. Amana-san, I have a special favor I need to discuss with you. I asked him to first come in my house with my mother also present and listen to her story. To expand his business, Shio-san's husband was looking for 2 people to work in the trade for him. That's what she said. And my husband thought a young couple would be good for due to his items he trades. So he's asking us if you and I can do this, Amana. I can't believe my Amana is being asked to be something like this. Why did Kagura-san come with you? I will explain that. I've actually been looking for a medical interpreter in Japan and Holland for some time. I didn't expect that to be a man as wise as him in the small island in the Far East. That's why I've already talked to Iris-san about buying your freedom to allow for that. The only thing that is the answer is you, Amana. I can't believe Kagura is getting out of Kiryu too. Kikuya. Kagura-san and Kagura-san will be free from Yoshiwara. Is this all true? It's not like before. I feel bad for deceiving you guys before, but this time it's a genuinely true story, so don't worry. But then my mother, of course I'm okay with it. Your life is yours, Amana. Mother. I started to cry even though I was in front of people, but I didn't know you were going to Yoshiwara often. You've got a smart guy too. What are you saying? The awkwardness and embarrassment of this made me raise my voice. Amana, are you going to laugh or cry? Choose one. But Kagura-san and Kagura-san will be free, and Kagura-san and I will be together from now on. I wonder if this was really a dream. The more I thought about it, the happier I'd become, and I couldn't stop crying. I'm not surprised. You were ill until the other day, and of course you wouldn't expect all of this to happen. But I told you, didn't I? I said I would come for you. Everyone looked at us with a smile on their faces. Kagura-san wiped the tears from down my cheek. That day became clear from Kagura told me. An ad starting soon. And there are most important things in my useless pride. Amana, will you marry me? Marriage. Promise to be with me forever. Kagura-san, yes, of course. Please make me happy. I smiled and nodded with all my might. A few days later, the belt looks good. What do you think? It's not too tight? No, it's fine. I stood in front of a mirror as Shion helped me put my kimono on. A white wedding kimono. Today was the day. The day that I would become Kagura-san's wife. Yes. The official marriage ceremony will be later today, but Kagura-san and Kagura-san are going to retire soon. Started to have the banquet at Kiryu, the place where we were belonged. Yeah, that word. Can I come in? Yeah. After Iris-san part 2, it's time for Nightshade. I also have to play Resident Evil 5 in between, sprinkled in here somewhere. I have to play Resident Evil 5 in there somewhere, maybe on the weekends. While saying that, Kagura-san opened the sliding door and came into the room. Oh wow. He said at me like that. His eyes were licking me from head to toe. Ew. I hate that phrase. I guess it's like that. Anyone can look good with the right clothes. What do you mean, Kagura-san? I'm sorry. It's just difficult for me to be honest in front of people. Kagura, how rude of you to say something like that to your cute wife. Bride. Oh, it's okay. This is Kagura-san showing his love in his own way. No, verbal abuse is not. Kagura-san turned his back to Shio-san, and after hesitating for a moment, he turned his eyes brightly to the ground. Sister, thank you so much. Kagura. When I looked at them like this, it's clear to me. It was clear that these words are filled with so much feelings. No, it's okay. The best thing for me is for you guys to be happy together. Shion laid both of her hands on her chest, and her eyes slightly moistened with tears. Just then, are you guys gonna make us wait? Everyone is getting tired of waiting in the parlor room. Kagura-san and Takao-san showed up and checked upon us. Kagura-san, Takao, I'm sorry. Today's Kagura-san celebration too. It's fine, don't worry about it. To me, more than the banquet, I'm happy that my knowledge has been recognized. I must thank you. As Kagura-san tried to bow, Kagura-san ran to him. No, I'm the one who should be thanking you. No, thank you. No, I should be thanking 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 you. No, thank you, good sir. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you, fine gentlemen. No, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Who are we thanking now? No matter what, I'll never forget that you have done for me up until now. I'll miss you, Kagura-san. You've been like an older brother to me. Be happy to have someone that you want to make you happy. You should live your life in your own way. In that way, you believe in Kagura. Yes. Well, look at that. You've become such a beauty that it's regrettable. Takao-san looked at me and an alluring grin came across his face. Maybe I should have laid claim to you when you first came, even if I had to do it by force. Takao-san, stop making eyes at my bride. I shouldn't be taking my leave before I make the young groom mad. Well, we might wait in the parking room. Kagero, you should hurry up and get changed. Also, you see people left leaving Kagero and me in the room. Good grief. Even if it was the top gentleman, we're really pushing it. Oh my, don't say that. Today's the day for joy and celebration. No, I will say that. When you look so beautiful like that, I understand what he was trying to say. I couldn't hear the last part. Kagero-san, your face is bright red. You don't need to say such things to me. I'm going to change my clothes, so please leave the room. Yes. Then I'm going to put my hand on the sliding door. You look much better than I expected. I left the room so our lips touched each other's lips. Before I could even look back at him, the door was quickly closed. Kagero-san, I used my hand to cover my lips that had been touched by his lips, and then I leaned to the door and immersed myself in happiness for a while. Takao-san! Hi! Celebration was held very splendid. Congratulations, Amana-san, Kagero. Looking at you like this, the two of you made a good match. The blessing that everyone gave became life to the banquet even further. Yes, you guys really do look at painting, don't you? Yes, they really do. It's so nice. Kagero, I wouldn't be able to see you in the future, but Kagero-san looked at him with kind eyes and then looked at Kagero-san. Take care of Amana. Oh my god! That's so beautiful! Oh my god! That's so beautiful! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! I did not expect this beauty! Oh, that's so fucking cute! Yeah! Yes, Kagero-san. Kagero-san firmly held my shoulder next to him, in the arms of the one you love. There's no happier place. Not this entire world. Amana. As we stare at each other, our eyes are filled with love. That alone would be enough to wrap up the feelings in extreme happiness. We will be together forever. No matter what happens, I won't let you go. Yes, Kagero-san. We firmly swore to each other, and then we exchanged our second kiss of the day. Our longest and lightest kiss ever. Aww. Okay. Okay. Perfect, it's saved. Okay. Okay, guys, that was it. Wow. That went on longer than I thought. Each chapter really does take about 4 hours to finish. Yeah, I have to hit you up for Nightshade. I definitely do have to do that. Not sure when that will start, but God, this music is so fucking loud. But yeah, we'll definitely do Nightshade together. You haven't played it at all, have you? So it'll be a first for the both of us? Nice. Sounds like a good time. A blind run. Let's go. Hopefully no bad endings. Sorry, it happens when I drink my drink. Whenever I drink my drink, my model freaks the fuck out. It's kind of cute. I've learned to think it's very cute. But yeah, guys, let me see. With me by your side, maybe it won't be that bad. Really? You really like this route? It was the most innocent, cute route of them all. It was really sweet and it was very cute and I liked it. I will have to say if we're giving that route an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. So if we're gonna Aw, you have a heart of a maiden? Aw, it's so cute, Leo. Okay. If we have to go in order, Takawa-san's number 1. Then Kagura is number 2. Then it's a tie between Kaguro and Iroh-san, and then last is Takao-san. Yes, yes, it was too cute. Yeah, pretty much it. I don't know if the second season of Iroh-san's gonna bring him up a little bit. Oh yeah, Hayabasa! He's right about, his route's pretty forgettable. I forgot all about his route. I totally forgot about him, holy shit. Yeah, he's the same level as Takao's. It's probably lower than Takao's because I can't remember it. I remember I didn't like his personality that much. I guess because he's forgettable, I guess he's last. Sorry to the childhood friend. I just remember him just being like, I just remember him just being obnoxious. Oh yeah. He was all weird about me being a virgin. Where he was like, you better be a virgin and don't let any other man take you. And I'm like, okay, well that's like pretty crazy. But yeah, I guess that's it. I gotta go eat some dinner. I'm hungry. So tomorrow we're gonna finish, Kagura's sequel and date scenario, and then Iroh-san's second season, which hopefully I'll be able to finish everything tomorrow, if not Wednesday at the latest. So I'm gonna get going. I don't really have anybody to raid today. It's kind of like a weird, a lot of people aren't streaming Monday nights, so that's it. Well, I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Thank you so much. Shout out to Mora for the raid. I forgot to do a shout out. But thank you, Mora, for the raid. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Come back tomorrow. It'd be lots of fun to keep playing. And thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.